Well, ladies and gentlemen, welcome to another Turtles and Tea. And this time I actually have the mug to represent. Look at that. I told you the merch was coming. Turtles and Tea. Look at that branding. So what a weekend it has been in regards to Turtle Talk. So this landed perfectly. End of the month, one Turtles and Tea a month, and we have a stacked show for you. Obviously put the kettles on, get comfortable because we're about to go in, but we couldn't do it alone. So as always, I have the Super Turk Tanner, but as a special guest today, we have Mr. Alex Sanchez as well. Boys, welcome.
Hey guys, how you doing? Glad to be here. So much to talk about. I'd say probably the biggest NECA TMNT drop ever since they started consistently doing the cartoon and the movie lines and the video games.
Me and Tanner were speaking before, like saying that we were disappointed with Toy Fair being cancelled because we would have seen like a great setup, a great diorama, loads of teasers. So we genuinely wasn't really expecting much this month. And then they said they were doing some reveals, and I didn't expect to get so much. I'm not gonna lie, but I'm not bad about it. So as we're warming up and letting people come in here, I thought let's just start off with any turtle related pickups and also I'm very happy that Alex can just gush now about turtles because Dante and Ryan ain't shutting him down. Like, you talk away, my friend. Let's do this. What? So
he ain't got to be the only one gushing.
Yeah, no, of course.
Of it as well.
I've got the paramedics on standby for Tanner because his head may explode by the end of the stream. There's so much turtle stuff. But just as I said, because you don't really get the opportunity to talk turtles much, and people have already heard me and Tanner gush about turtles. Where's your fandom from turtles come from, Alex? Is it from the comics? Did you watch the cartoon like when you were younger?
Yeah, all of the above. I'm 44, going on 45 years old now. So I actually grew up with the comics first, the original Mirage. I think I told this story once, I think maybe during Iconicon, where the first time I ever saw the Ninja Turtles was an advertisement in my local comic book store here in New York City, which is no longer around. And it was the first image of the turtles together that Eastman and Laird drew, which was in the back of they had a magazine prior to the Ninja Turtles coming out called Gobbledygook, and Fugitoid was in it. Yeah. And in the back of that magazine, they had a double page spread of the turtles, and it was like coming soon. So I guess my local comic book shop took that image, blew it up into a poster, and every time I would go to the comic book shop, I was like, oh my God. And they had a little section for indie books. So I started checking out the comics, not super early on, probably like late 85, 86, early 86.
Still, that's the incarnation of the turtles right there. Is that
they started in 84. And I wasn't religiously collecting Ninja Turtle comics back then. I was collecting like X-Men and Daredevil by that point. But by the time the cartoon came around and I saw the premiere of the 5-episode miniseries, oh my God, I was just hooked. And then the toys were right there. And then, I really got into the comics, and then here we are today,
It was the perfect blend back then of like, because obviously internet wasn't a thing. So all you could have was what was on the shelves, what was in the magazines. And if it all just synced, if it was on TV and it was also on the toy shelves and it was also in the magazine, as a kid, your little brain would explode because I was super young. I'm young enough to have like turtle bedspread and turtle wallpaper.
Oh yeah,
like, I'm that young.
Even when I was too old to have that stuff, I was wearing turtle bedspreads and that kind of stuff.
I always say this story. Like, if you go back to my mum's house now, like my mum still lives in the same house I grew up. If you go to my old bedroom, behind the radiator, do you know, like that bit where you can't really get is still turtle wallpaper to this day, like 30 odd years later.
Dan's giving away his secrets.
But
secret hiding spots.
It is always great to hear because, as I said, turtles are generational. Like, everyone has their own generation. Like, Brandon's not as into turtles. That's why I had to create a whole new spin-off show so I could talk about turtles. But he got introduced to turtles by a whole different vibe with the 2012 show. Do you know, like, and again, the next generation on will be the one after that and the one after that.
And let's not forget about the 2002 series line, which I think is, if you're a fan of the comic book mythos and the canon there, that is the closest adaptation out of all the shows. My favorite is the 2012 because I think it ran on just as long, almost as long as the original, but I think they really did a great job with getting into all the characters. And by the time you get to the last episode, it's very reminiscent of the last Ronin, which is going on in the IDW books right now.
Nice. And as I said, we'll be talking about him later on. So before we do get into the news, Tanner, have you got any new turtle related pickups we can show off?
So, with regards to since the last show, I've got 2, and they are definite standout candidates for possible figure of the year coming up.
Oh, okay, already.
We got Mr. Frankenrath.
Nice.
Just, yeah. And then last time we came out, we only received some of the turtle line.
Power Ranger Turtles,
line. Power Ranger Turtle line. And now it's complete. Yeah, with the final one arriving, being Mr. Green Ranger Shredder.
Maybe the best of the lot.
You know
That's
what?
soft goods cape as well.
It is.
Wow, didn't expect that.
Cape. The gold they used on the Dragon Shield and his armor is perfect. It's just the paint they use is just so good. And you got some scratches on his mask and his shield as well. I'm not sure if you can see.
How does he scale, Tanner? How does he scale? Like, is he bigger than an average Lightning Collection guy?
So,
or is he like regular human size?
I've got my Lightning Collection right here. So he's a little bit thicker, a little bit taller.
Yeah, good. That's what I'd want. Yeah. Shredder.
That works with the eye squint test.
So because I mean, the Power Rangers are meant to be teenagers as it is anyway. So the fact that Shredder's a fully grown man and he's got to be bigger, he's got to be bulkier than a Power Ranger. So it makes sense. Yeah, it's a good scale that they've used for him.
Yeah, that's the last one I need. I haven't got him yet. But yeah, I'll obviously be picking them up to complete the set. I've literally started to create a space on my shelf just above me where these Turtle Rangers are going to go. Literally, I've got my Turtles display and then my Power Rangers display, and I've like tried to fudge a gap so I can literally display these Rangers in between the two. But yeah, so decent pickups. And you showed this off last time and I was very jealous, Tanner. But now I am very happy to say that I actually have my most anticipated 2-pack. Now, of all the 2-packs that were revealed, shout out my Tac as well. I can see there, he says, Tanner totally convinced me to purchase that Frankenrath. There you go, enabler points, Tanner. Start ranking them up.
There was minimal convincing needed. He asked me, should I buy it? I say yes, and he went and bought it. So he was already there.
Yeah, Mark Tac's already halfway down the hill. Like when it comes to this stuff, we just have to give him a little nudge, and he keeps rolling. But yeah, as I said, so the reason I love this 2-pack so much is because Scumbug, the toy, came out before he appeared in the cartoon. So it was a very rare coincidence, a very rare situation where the toys would match their appearance in the show. Because it very rarely happened. But because Scumbug was a toy first, his appearance in the show was actually super accurate to the toy, the Playmates toy you got of Scumbug. So for me, as I said, as a kid, that was super important. I was like, this is actually the toy I've got. I've already got him. Where other characters I'd have wouldn't exactly match. And as a kid, smaller brains, we can't figure this shit out yet. It would always frustrate you going, that's not that character. Even though it is, it's just a different design. So I always loved Scumbug because of that. He only appeared in the show a little bit, but it was one of those that I had on VHS, so I'd seen it quite regularly. But this just feels like the Playmates toy blown up, also comic accurate. And then the fact that we've got Anthrax as well, another character I never had as a kid, but now scaled properly. Another Night of the Rogues, is it? Night of the Rogues, I think that episode is?
Night of the Rogues. Yeah. They're all in Night of the Rogues, and that's literally the only episode both those two are in.
It's like the Sinister Six of the Turtles universe, if you will. That's how I like to see it. But yeah, 2 members of that, and these both look epic as well. So again, very excited to open these up. I've got a whole pile of Turtle stuff I need to open up. I've literally brought basically, there's no room in this small room I've got is just Marvel Legends, few of a little random stuff. So I've started to convert the attic into more of a display, and I think that's where my Turtles are going to go. I've got my Street diorama up there, and now I can start cracking these open because these need to be on display. How deep do you go with the cartoon stuff, Alex? Because I see you picking up a lot, but not everything, right?
Oh no, I get everything.
Everything, all the Turtle stuff.
All the cartoon line. Yes. Neck deep in that stuff. The movie line, I pretty much get everything. I regret not getting that first Loot Crate box with the Spirit of Splinter, which and the alternate.
He's leaning to grab it. Look at him. Look at him.
How dare you? How dare you?
Yeah, lean in.
And but the ones I really I regret missing out on are Bunny, Bebop, and Rocksteady. I mean, all those figures go for about 250 now each.
Do you know
something
what?
like that.
Andy Davis has just jumped in the chat as we're here live, and he is the reason I have the bunnies. I literally put an Instagram post out. I thought all hope was gone, and then Andy Davis hit me up my DMs, give me a very reasonable price, and I was like, I will take them off your hands, and sent them me all the way from the US. So Andy Davis, you are my savior when it comes to those bunny turtles. So put it into the universe, Alex. Just put it into the universe. Alex needs these bunny turtles, people. Anyone can help him out.
I will. I mean, if I'm going to put anything out in the universe right now, which it's not too hard to get, is the Channel 6. I missed out on the exclusive Channel 6. And my friend a few weeks ago was like, hey, I have one here in my local Target. Want me to get it for you? And I just didn't happen to have dispendable cash at that time.
Well, you've just had a
kid.
But
I'm hoping to get it for retail eventually in the next month or so. But yeah, I get into all the lines except not the video game line. I didn't get into that, but I started way back in the Mirage line. So I have the black and white turtles, the original releases with the Dios, Shredder, the New York Comic Con packs. I have all that stuff.
And I like how you've purposely sat in front of your one-up arcade as well, the Turtle arcade, which I've seen many a time, and I've right.
And not only that, I am sticking true to the theme of the show. I am actually drinking not your traditional British tea, but it's Japan, which takes place on a Ninja Turtle backdrop. Bubble tea. So I'm bringing countries together right now.
Perfectly on theme. That's I love a brand and a gimmick and a theme. So Turtles and Tea is perfect.
That's right,
man.
Turtles is big for me. I'm sorry to cut you off, but Turtles is big for me. It's like, aside from like the Hot Toy Star Wars stuff that I collect, that's my second go-to line.
Yeah, no, I'm the same. This is why, as I said, I created the spin-off for it, because I get excited just to talk about it, but I understand, like, of this platform I've built on YouTube is very Marvel Legends centric, where I want to gush just as much about Turtles. So, as I said, I made Legends and NECA. Turtles and Tea just had to make sense. So now I've built myself a place where I can just talk about Turtles, because, as I said, Turtles and Marvel are like this for me. Like, they're so close to each other, and it's just that this room is... There's so many Marvel Legends, isn't there? Like, where it took a while for the Turtles to rank up, but we have been spoiled. The last couple of years, we went from nothing...
It's been a steady stream
to everything.
Of, like, product from NECA. And, I mean, you can't outnumber Marvel Legends. The fans themselves, and even, like, just the amount of stuff that comes out throughout the year.
Got money in the bank.
Oh, Damien's jumped in with a super chat. Thank you very much, Damien.
Damien Ristori donated £5. Maybe if there's time at the end, could Dan, Tanner and Alex do a shout out for, say, top 3 original cartoon episodes? Be cool to hear, but many to choose too.
Of course we can. We can have a go at that. I know Tanner himself has just finished a rewatch, haven't you? You've just literally rewatched all the Turtles.
Any episodes? The 80s Turtles. It's literally I've just decided to rewatch it just to see how I thought. And
which series are you talking about? The original?
88 one,
the 80s show. I literally watched from the first of miniseries right the way through. I'm getting very close to the end. I'm in the Red Sky era at the moment. So literally all 3 of those last 3 series are 8 episodes long. It's a little bit darker. Now, if I was to pick my favorite 3, I can't remember the episode names, so I'm just going to give a synopsis of what happens. The sewer aliens, definitely a highlight.
That's one for me as well, by the way. The pizza monsters, 100%.
Made my top figure of the year.
So what I'm going to do is just cheat a little bit and say the entire first series, the mini show.
Yeah, that's a mini movie, essentially. Yeah, of course.
Yeah, you can't
disputing. And the last one, what would the last one be? The only one that literally comes to my mind was, it's a mob one where literally all the turtles aside from Donatello get kidnapped. And he's like trying to work out where they've gone to. And just one by one, they all get kidnapped, and it makes him look like a Dick Tracy movie because he's trying to work out what.
And he's talking in that weird accent as well, isn't he?
I remember that episode.
Yeah. I had the Donatello like box set, so I had like loads of Donatello episodes. Like the Dark Turtle was one of my favorite episodes because it's essentially Batman, isn't it? He's doing a Batman impression, and I can't wait to get that in figure form. Like that made me jump in. That's why I didn't miss out on this loot crate. I was like, if that's the way I'm getting the Dark Turtle, I'm in. And whatever episode, I like the episode where April has like a statue of like it's like a hamster statue or something, and then in it something.
Yeah. That's the Donatello
Is that the episode? Oh, okay. There you go.
Yeah, that's
there
the
you go.
episode. That's the episode I was referring to.
Yeah, it's like the thing that he's tracking down or something like that.
In the
right?
April,
MacGuffin.
Yes, in the April 2-pack, or one of the 2-packs that we've got, actually comes with a little accessory, the little hamster accessory piece. Because all these 2-packs have these little Easter eggs in, and so good, so good. So let me jump in the chat real quick just to see who is here live. As I said, we're going to be here for the next hour and a half or so talking Turtles. Still, as I said, we're just warming up. We haven't even got into the reveals yet. So who I can see Hero Collections in the building. Is he trying to say Leo is the best turtle? Ignore that guy. Alex,
no, I agree.
Okay,
right on.
Okay. I was curious what Alex. So we're all on a different page. I'm Donatello, Tanner's Wrath, and we just need a fourth guest now to represent Mikey, and we've got the whole crew. Where's Phil Jones? Shout out Phil Jones.
I think.
Viper, Jay's Toys Collection UK, Damien, Loco, Timeless Goat 777, CJ. I appreciate everyone jumping in. Damien, Toy Fast, Mike D, of course. The Retweeting King. Jason is in the building as well. Striding, as I said, my Turtles Whisperer from across the pond. Andy Davis, Night Walker. The Wolfpack Tour Reviews also here as well. I know he's slowly been creeping into Turtles. Mini Plastic Multiverse. As I said, Mark Tac. Beautiful Rich M's probably lurking. I appreciate you all. So let me use this opportunity before we get into the news just to do some quick plugs. Of course, just like Damien already has today, if you want to contribute to today's stream, you can do so. Anything over £4 or $4, Friday will literally read it out and interrupt us. So if you want to really get your comments heard, your thoughts heard, and engage the conversation, then that's the way to do it. £4 or $4, and of course it contributes to the stream. And if you are with me this week, then you will know that I'm doing lots of streams. I've got a Turtles and Tea today. I've got a Joe's and Juice Thursday, and then Legends and Liquor is this Sunday. So make sure you hit that join button, and then tell me you want to be on the show. And then on Sunday, you can literally be part of a live stream and talk about anything you want. Sunday, I may be streaming for like 10 hours at this point. There's been so much news to talk about. And also, a quick plug in regards to our show. Me and Tan have already been showing them off in Legit, but let me just jump back to my other screen, and I should be able to show you the merch is literally on the site. Hang on, Tanner, one second. Let me press some buttons. There you go. So Tanner's repping the tee in a nice blue. That blue actually goes really good with the green and red there. Yeah. And then you can get your mug in any colour you want. So I went for a Donatello purple, but I'm not gonna lie, it looks a bit blue. Like, I think someone's playing some sort of practical joke on me. They're like, oh, okay, here's the best turtle, really. But
yeah, I went for the mug in red. And I also shout out to my mate Alex, who also bought a mug, and he posed it with his little young daughter Niobe. I put it in my Instagram story.
The youngest and sweetest recently. Turtles and Tea fan. I appreciate
it. Exactly. Exactly.
16 Shooters in the chat. He says, not a Turtles collector, but tuned in to see your reaction to the Mezco Turtles. We'll get there, my friend. We will get there. But there's a lot of Turtle stuff to talk about. And basically, today is going to be a love fest for NECA. Let's not lie. So before I get into the love fest, let me just have my tiny little complaint, all right? Just a tiny little complaint, and I'm sure it'll be justified, all right? So before the weekend's events appeared, I got an email. And I'm sure if you ordered the Turtles in Disguise 4-pack from the NECA site, you probably got this email as well. So it says in this email, I'm not going to read it all, I'll just give you the gist. This email's come direct from NECA for anyone who ordered the Turtles in Disguise 4-pack from their site, which we have already been waiting nearly half a year for as it is.
Since July.
Yes, since July. So we've been patiently waiting with no complaints. And we're expecting it. They said they've actually already sent us an email saying they've started shipping. So I was expecting this email to be a shipping notice. But nope, it wasn't. They've literally just said, we are very sorry, but the shipment is going to be delayed for up to 9 months while they go back to the factory and produce more copies for the Turtles in Disguise, as apparently there was some damage to their order, to their shipment.
No, you just received this email, Dan?
I got this a few days ago.
I got it on Friday as well. I got it on Friday as well, so... I know a few people that have had it as well, so it is a case of it is a widespread thing, it looks like.
So did you order the Turtles in Disguise from the site, Alex?
I did, and I received the same emails as you guys, except for this one.
Oh, so you've not got this. You may be okay. Apparently some people have got them, and also they have appeared back in stores again. Like, they have been being found on the shelf. So clearly some got out there, but maybe they didn't have enough for the order. I honestly, we're never going to know the logistics because NECA's customer service is not the best.
Well, maybe everyone everyone that's out in the wild, all the ones that are out in the wild right now have like 2 left feet or something.
Mate, just think, poor Ryan, aka Laser Pants, he sent me my set, and it was missing a foot. Do you know, like, so...
Oh, it was missing? I thought it had 2 left
feet. It was just completely missing the foot.
That's right.
So again, if I've ordered 2 of these off NECA's site, because I thought, surely... out of the 3 sets I've got, I'll get a complete Donatello. But I'm going to have to wait another 9 months to find out. So
that's crazy. 9 months.
Yeah.
Look at it this way. I'm going to try and put a positive spin on it. They could have sent us out the damaged copy. Thank God they noticed it before they sent it out. And if it all right, 9 months isn't the greatest time we have to wait, considering we've waited roughly around about 9 months as it is anyway. But as long as they arrive complete, as long as they arrive in good condition, and then fine. I'll wait as long as it takes.
No, you're patient, man.
But because I'm in the same boat with my first loot crate as well. I'm still waiting on that Danny loot crate.
And I just think
really?
we're both, I'm in the UK with Tanner, literally a couple of hours away from each other, and I got mine like before Christmas, I believe. So
yeah, I did too. Wow, that's crazy.
Yeah. So it apparently there wasn't enough to ship the order, so they pushed it back. And every couple of weeks, because December, they said, we'll ship December, we'll ship January, we'll ship February. So Loot Crate, I think they're owned by NECA anyway, so it's same customer service. So it's a case of when it arrives, it arrives.
Yeah,
but we'll see.
I do think delays, unfortunately, is the toy collecting world we currently live in. Like, it's been this way for a while, and it's not going anywhere anytime soon, unfortunately. So
yeah, but a 9-month delay.
Yeah, no, I agree. Like,
I've never heard of a 9-month delay,
which makes me scared about all these new reveals. Like, are we even going to get them anytime soon? We'll find out. So let's get into some toy news, right? As I said, let's just get that negative out of the way, because, as I said, the rest of this is going to be a love fest to all things Turtles, no matter who's making them. And there has been so much news at this past weekend, literally Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. I thought the best way to do this was just go through the news in the way it was revealed to us, okay? So I think my list is pretty accurate. There may be a few things switched around, but either way, we'll get round to all the news. So obviously some of the bigger stuff was revealed Sunday, so we'll get there, all right? But let's start off nice and simple, because I'm curious about this. I'm curious with where you two land with this. The first thing that was showed by NECA to sort of kick off this Toy Fair weekend was the official announcement of the 1/4 scale Leonardo. So we already have Raph, we already have Donatello, now Leo's here. Obviously they were going to get to all 4 eventually. I have been so tempted to get these. They look amazing, but I've like trying to resist. I'm trying to resist. Now, Alex, as a guest and also as fan of this type of scale, right? You're a hot toy collector. I know they're not quite 1/4, but you're like,
right?
They're bigger. They're bigger is my point.
Yeah, they're about 6 inches bigger. I actually started out, because if you remember, the first movie-related NECA product that they released was the 1/4 scale turtles. So I started out with the first 4 turtles, and then I mean it's just a matter of money and space. How deep are they going to get in this line? These turtles, these cartoon ones, are amazing. I love the whole gimmick with changing the bandanas, the expressions that way, but it's just I don't need this, Danny, and you don't need it either. Okay.
Yeah, I know. I know. I wouldn't know. I genuinely have nowhere to put them, but I know they just look so good. Like when they're all out, someone's going to post a picture of a display of these guys, and I'm going to be so jealous. But
yeah, it's and I can imagine you basically, if you do pick these up, you put them in a battle scene against like your Sentinels. Or
yeah. Galactus is coming.
Yeah, just sort of like because again, size-wise, they're still going to be dwarfed by both of those, but still it'd be quite amusing to see them go up against it.
Are you interested, or like you must have been tempted by these, Tanner, at any point?
To be honest with you, the scale, I don't have the space for it. I mean, I ordered the one Sentinel, and it's still sitting in its box in the corner of the room. I've got nowhere to put it. Same with Galactus. So it's a case of I can't. 6-inch, 7-inch scale, that's fine. Unless it's a specific character that matches to the scale, I can maybe account for that. But
I was trying to
Turtles,
convince myself,
unfortunately, no.
like as a big Donatello guy, that if I just got Donatello, because I went through a phase of just picking up, like I wanted to build like a little retro display of Turtles, but obviously it's so vast and there's so many and they're so expensive. So I thought if I just stick to Donatello variants, do you know, because my favourite Playmates toy as a kid was Donatello in disguise, with the mask and the etc. So like, I thought if I started a collection of Donatello variants with the slam dunking Donnie and the punk Donnie, and just had this 1/4 scale Donatello in the middle, would make for an epic display. But again, this is what it's like being a collector in it. You think of these crazy things, and like you said, Alex, our two worst enemies are space and money. We're like, damn you, space and money. Like,
although let me throw this out there to you guys. I think we would all pick up a 1/4 scale cartoon Krang android body, because that would fit in. Like, put that next to like a turtle blimp or something.
1,000%. In that miniseries, he's bigger scale, isn't he?
Why are you putting that out there?
I mean, because the universe, we need it.
It's like when we asked for Ant-Man in the sort of bigger Marvel Legends scale. It just makes sense, doesn't it? Like, and you're right. Krang's android body in this bigger scale will make sense, not just for the 1/4 scale or the bigger scale people, but for us as well, the 6-inch, the small, that would be perfect. Attacking a turtle blimp or attacking the turtle wagon, that would be great. But there you go. That was the first piece of news they revealed. And again, this is something we knew was coming, but it's always nice to see the pretty pictures. And if you are collecting these, one left to go, Michelangelo, and then you've got the whole crew. And as I said, like, if you're thinking about it, jump on now, because I guarantee you, by the time Michelangelo's out, Raph's going to be a lot higher on the aftermarket. So do not hesitate. That is my suggestion. Right, so next up. Now, this one caught us off guard. Not something we expected to see. Playmates are in a phase of re-releasing Turtles. They've been doing it for a little while. And they're recently re-releasing the All-Stars one, or like where they're all in their sports gear. Like, that's getting re-released this year. We didn't expect to see anything new, especially something that's new and also relevant as in what's currently happening in comics right now. Here we present to you the Playmates Ronin Turtle. What do you think of this, Alex?
Now, I said something a little controversial on Friday to some of the folks in the chat. I actually think this is a more accurate representation of Kevin Eastman's artwork in The Last Ronin than the NECA. I think they took more artistic liberties with the NECA one. At least that's what I see, especially the black and white version. It's $29.99. I think it's up for pre-order everywhere now on BBTS. And I'm going to get this Playmates. I mean, Playmates, I don't know what they're doing, because they are so kid-centric, kid-focused, that they don't release many collectible marketed figures, not for adults. So this is and it's current. I know the book is extremely popular.
Are you a fan of the book, talking about Ronin in general?
I have no connection or attachment to the story whatsoever. I appreciate the art, the editor.
Do you know who the Ronin is? Do you know which turtle this is?
Yeah, it's Michelangelo, I believe.
Okay,
right, yeah. So I know some things, like I guess he's the last turtle. They were all killed somehow, and I don't know how long in the future it takes place or whatever. But it's a great story from what I've heard. It's selling like gangbusters and has been for the last year or two since it came out. The editor and / writer for The Last Ronin, Tom Waltz, is also my editor for the stuff that I work on. So props to him for doing a great job steering the ship there. I'm going to get this Playmates. And I'm going to get the NECA version too. So I'm just feeling a lot of FOMO right here.
So I've got one question with regards to that statement, but we'll get to it in a bit.
I'll show the NECA one in a second. But first, what you saying about the Playmates Ronin, Tanner? And again, your general thoughts on Ronin, the recent comic.
So I'm reading the comics. I'm waiting eagerly for the last issue to be released, because it is a very good story, very emotional. Just how each turtle goes down, it's so cool. Especially, I'm going to give Donnie's episode props here.
With Splinter, innit?
The way Donnie and Splinter goes down, it almost made me shed a tear, just purely because of how well it was written.
Just how much Donnie meant to you. I get it. He's the best turtle.
Yeah, exactly. But yeah, this is so cool. Because I found out about it, I got the email, it was going up for pre-order on Big Bag Toy Store. So I'm thinking, sweet, I may put an order in for it, just because the UK places don't usually get the Playmate stuff.
All my Turtle Playmate stuff I've had to import or get friends to get me.
Wow.
There's no distributor in the UK for Playmates Turtle stuff.
Wow.
Or even the reissued stuff I had to get imported. Like I got a set of the original 10 card backs, but on the reissued card. You guys can find them on the pegs at Walmart, I believe. But yeah, nowhere at retail sells them here.
Yeah. So it's a good design. I do like it. As I said,
did you find anywhere, Tanner? Sorry to cut you off. Did you find anywhere in the UK that has stocked this, or are we going to have to go big bad?
Ironically, was looking at places for other pre-orders earlier, and Toys and Rama do have a listing for this. They don't have it available to buy yet, so they may. I know they got in the Karate Kid 2-packs. So they may be getting this in. Whether or not they'll get both versions in black and white and the coloured version is another question. But the box looks really, really cool as well. It is very tempting to buy. I literally almost, as soon as I got that initial order, pressed pre-order.
Yeah.
And then we'll go on to the next thing and we'll find out what happened next.
Yeah, of course. So this was revealed first, and everyone was like pleasantly surprised to see Playmates reveal something new and relevant as well. This isn't a straight up reissue. This is new. I even seen the digital sculptor on Twitter sharing it. So it is a brand new thing done by Playmates, which is great to see. And as Alex said, collector focused, which isn't usually Playmates' game. Playmates are very much for the kids. Here's the kids. So this is driven to the adult audience because the book itself isn't for kids, you know. So it's great to see. But of course, NECA had to then sort of, I think they changed their Instagram or Twitter image.
They changed their Twitter profile picture.
Just to sort of, before officially announcing it, they just changed their Twitter image. But they have officially announced their very own NECA 7-inch scale Ronin. And it's up for pre-order right now. These images are literally on Big Bad. So as we skip through, as Alex said, this time NECA have sort of tweaked it themselves to sort of give it the NECA style. But it still obviously has the Ronin feels. But yeah, look at this.
I mean, don't get me wrong. I'm not saying this does not look like the interior.
Of course, no, I get what you're saying. Yeah.
I mean, it's like, I really think it's down to an aesthetic choice. But if you can't make the choice, just buy all of them. I'm gonna buy all of them. I'm gonna buy the black and white too. The Playmates. This one.
Are you gonna get the topless version?
Yes, of course.
So this isn't as Tanner said. There was two revealed, this version and one without its jacket on, but his not up for pre-order yet, so that's going to be a variant. I'm thinking that may be a part of that haulathon that I think Target are doing. Maybe that may be where that lands. I don't know, that's just speculation. But this one is probably the main look anyway you want of the Ronin. It comes with all the accessories, all the Turtles weapons, because he has them all, of course. He's the last one. What are the goggles all about? I like those goggles.
I think they're night vision.
There you go. So there's literally everything it comes with. So you get 2 heads, which is great for displaying as always. All the weapons, interchangeable hands. Like if you're a Turtles fan, especially the NECA Turtle stuff, like you know.
Sorry to interrupt. One thing I would have said I would have liked with this that Playmates did. Is include a broken version of the katana. Because they're including a full version and a broken version. This only seems like it's got the full version, which possible improvement going forward, maybe.
Leonardo's katana there snapped. You can see on the Playmates version, but maybe that's an accessory that comes with the other version of Ronin. Do you know, like maybe that's a separate packing. They know what they're doing when it comes to their accessories, and I love the way they pack out the box as well. Like, please give it to me. So lots of display options. Like you could buy multiple of this figure and have a different display the other corner of the shelf. Do you know, like, I ain't got nothing bad to say. We know what we're getting with NECA. It'll be a bit bulky. The articulation won't be as fluid as, like, your normal 6-inch scale, but it's still good enough to get a decent pose on the shelf.
He's a bulkier figure. He doesn't need crazy Spider-Man type articulation.
Exactly, but all these poses are decent enough.
Figure.
Yeah, and again, depending on what accessories you want him holding, pick your weapon of choice, if you will, and then he's going to look good, no doubts. Happy days. Looks great, and again, that's up for pre-order right now. I'm literally on Big Bad Toy Store, so it's about $40. And again, is it up for us in the UK yet, Tanner? Has anyone got it up?
I looked earlier, I couldn't find anywhere.
Come on, UK, step up your game.
as of 5 o'clock. But however, if anyone in the chat wants to look and let us know, it'll be more than welcome, that news.
Yeah, I'm just going to see if I can get a quick look of the topless one as well, just so we can have a quick look. Because that one's up for pre-order. This second one, as we mentioned, we don't know where it's going to be. I'm just seeing if there's a picture on this site. I'm using Toy Arc. You can't see, but I'm on Toy Arc. I'll see if I can find a picture and show it up before the end of the stream. But yes, there is an alternative topless version as well. Okay, so that was some stuff that was revealed on Friday. So that was good enough as it is. If the weekend ended, then I would have went, nice, some turtle stuff, especially the Ronin stuff that none of us expected to see. So Saturday comes around, and then we get our first turtle reveal, which is, let me close this and bring this up. It is Mikey, which we knew we were getting, because the Universal Monsters on that RAF box that we've been shown up actually already has the Mikey as the mummy, so we knew he was getting it. But again, it's always nice to see the official pictures and whatnot, and I believe on NECA's Twitter, I think I might have closed it, but they've actually I might actually get it up, you know. Let me throw it to one of you to tell me what you think about Mikey, and I'm gonna try and find the actual advert that they've got going on. So Tanner, what about Mikey? Mikey is in the wraps as the mummy. You a fan? He looks good.
Yeah, I'm enjoying this. I do like the fact he comes with two heads. Well, and one of them is kind of like a little callback to a picture of the original movie uniforms from a year ago. How it's all falling apart and it's so disfigured. I love the fact that they've included that as a proper head. I'd like the way they've incorporated the nunchucks as the I don't know what they're called, to be totally honest with you. So yeah.
I've got the video. I've got it up. So let's have a little watch of this. I don't think it will have sound, but we can have a little watch. Alex, what are you saying of are you in on this Universal Monsters line, or are you watching from a distance?
Yeah, there's only so much I can buy, you know. I'm already buying 2 to 3 now with the Mirage line coming back, turtle lines from NECA. So but I agree with Tanner. I think that little callback to the original suit, actually, that's what I thought of when I saw that extra sculpt. I was like, oh wow, I wonder if they're paying homage to the animatronic head that they found and they restored and all that. But I think just a great job on the sculpt. NECA always throws it out of the park with accessories. And yeah, I mean, if I had the extra cash, I would be in on this line because I love both Universal Monsters and Ninja Turtles. So
yeah, and again, shout out the guy who's doing all this like stop motion stuff. Like, I think NECA have hired him now. He literally works for NECA now. That's why you don't see his name on it anymore, because nope, he works for NECA now. This is his job now. But yeah, the mummy looks great, and I think there's a picture on Big Bad of all 3 of them so far. I'm just so curious who Donatello is. Let's have a quick look at these pictures as it goes on Big Bad. It's up for pre-order right now. Again, the same price as the Ronin. So here's Mikey. It looks a little bit skinnier because obviously we've got Rafu's big, bulky Frankenstein, and then we got the sort of Igor Leonardo, again, who's got the big shad. He's going to be short and stumpy. So Mikey sort of proportionally seems the most like a regular turtle, but just wrapped up with the extra sculpted detail. And yeah, that head is definitely has that. It just, you see that image in your head of that found turtle mask.
And you know what else I just noticed? The etchings on his shell. He's got like
hieroglyphics,
hieroglyphic stuff.
Oh, it looks amazing. And Cloud has just mentioned what the nunchucks are. Hopefully, I pronounced this correctly. It's an Ankh. Okay. So yeah, apparently it's the Egyptian key of life.
Okay.
So
they look very Egyptian-ish. Like they're on point. And they're great. Like a substitute for his nunchucks as well. Like that pose there, just that picture alone, that's like how you could display him. Like that looks cool. And again, all 3 of them, if you get all 3, so obviously we've got Raph in hand now. Igor Leonardo should be out in the coming months, and then maybe we'll have Mikey by the summer, and by the end of the year we'll have all 4. But yeah, there's a picture here of all 3 of them so far.
I love how NECA always puts chain link in like their weapons.
Yes, actual chain. Yes, not just plasticky. Yes.
As opposed to the like just to throw it back to the comparison between the Playmates Ronin and the like if you notice the Playmates Ronin, his nunchucks are like that. Yeah. Not very bendable plastic that Playmates
also the yellow Ranger.
But it would feel weird if Playmates had. It would feel really weird though if Playmates came with actual metal because that's not Playmates. Playmates is the dumbed down kid version, isn't it? So
yeah. But for $30, I mean, what's the price point on these, Tanner?
These were 40. These were 40.
It's 40.
Yeah,
okay.
in the UK, around about 35 to 40, depending on where you're picking them up from. But yeah, they're looking really, really good. Deco's cool. Eagerly awaiting Donatello.
Yeah,
let's see who he is.
Alex, any ideas of who you think Donatello may be? Do you want to make a prediction now, live, to live on the internet?
Yeah. So we got Leo as Igor, Mikey the Mummy. Who was Raph?
Frankenstein.
Frankenstein.
Frank and Raph.
Yeah.
It's got to be either Dracula or. And didn't they show off April as Bride of Frankenstein?
Bride of Frankenstein, yeah.
Okay.
They got Judith Hogue for that one as well.
Oh, that's right. That's which I might have to pick up. Just because she's an angel and I love her and she made her figure possible.
Yeah, she made Casey Jones's figure possible as well.
Right, exactly. So I'm gonna go with Dracula.
I think that's a great guess, but I reckon that you may be spot on.
I'm just trying to think. Right, I'm just trying to think of like the marquee Universal monsters. I mean, I know Igor isn't one, but which is kind of a left field choice.
But he is part of Frankenstein, though, isn't he? He's part of that lore.
Well, yeah. I guess so.
So if you're going with that, you've got the sort of werewolf that was done in play. Because just think this mashup was done in Playmates way back when. Do you know? So there are versions that we know happened. So we don't know if NECA are genuinely trying to recreate some of them or just doing what they want. But there's Dracula's a good shout, and Donatello was Dracula in the Playmate days as well. They did the Invisible Man, but I think Invisible Man was Mikey back in the day. They did the creature of the lagoon.
Black Lagoon.
Yes, I think it was Leonardo.
I don't know if they'll do that though, just because turtle sea creature. I don't know if it's too similar.
Some scales on him, maybe. I can see a werewolf style. Maybe one of them just with loads of hair and stuff on. But I do think Dracula's a good shout, and Donatello as Dracula just sort of feels like it would make sense as well. Give him a top hat or something stupid, big collar, big cape. That would look really cool. But we shall say it. But we know it's not just the turtles. We know, as you already said, we know we're getting April, and that Trevor Zamet has already said like Shredder, maybe Splinter. Maybe Rocksteady Bebop, like, who knows? Well, not Rocksteady and Bebop, I guess, but I think Splinter and Shredder are a high possibility. I do think we'll end up getting, like, 8 of these. They've already said we're going to get more than the Turtles, so we shall see. It's a nice little sub-collection, if that.
That's all right. I was going to say one prediction I'd like to make, because it'd be quite interesting if you're doing the Turtles as Universal Monsters. If you do Shredder as Van Helsing, the Monster Hunter.
Oh, nice.
Yeah. Oh, that'd be quite cool.
I like that. I like that. All right, let's keep going through this news. So again, we're now on the Saturday reveals. So we got Mikey was revealed through NECA, and then I believe they revealed some movies. They teased one cartoon thing, but we're gonna save. I think it's Revenant. But we're going to save that until we get to the actual cartoon talk. But they did reveal that on the Saturday, for anyone who's trying to catch me out. But I'm just going to jump straight into what Pixel Dan revealed, which was, where is it? Here they are, The Secret of the Ooze Turtles. Now, we knew these were coming. They've said that these were coming, but now we know when you can pre-order them, how you can buy them. So we are getting a 4-pack, which is going to be a VHS box set style, like we did with the original 4 Turtles on that very first San Diego sort of movie box set, which is how I got the original 4 Turtles. So I'm very happy to know I can have the first film, second film in VHS box set 4-packs. And then to accompany them, we're getting this sweet little accessory pack full of accessories and little Easter eggs from the second movie, Secret of the Ooze. And so Mark Tac threw in a little super chat saying, Dr. Frankenstein. I see what he did there. But Frankenstein was already took. He's already took by Raphael. So not only do we get all 4 turtles in a 4-pack, it seems like, yes, there's a lot of reuse, but they have made some tweaks. Obviously, new deco, new head sculpts. But again, it's a base turtle. What do you expect? I'm not mad about it. And then a nice accompanying box set as well, accessory pack. And that first accessory pack is very sought after. I know Tanner had to buy 2 of them, didn't you? You had to get a second one, maybe.
No, I only got one.
Oh, okay.
I only got the one.
Oh, you just missed out on the pre-order, didn't you? You didn't pre-order it.
Yeah. I decided against it, and then like a week later, I was like, I want it.
Yeah. So go on, Tanner. What do you think of Secret of the Ooze? Like, first of all, your general love for Secret of the Ooze, and then are you in on the 4-pack and accessories?
I enjoy the Secret of the Ooze. It's a good film, and my personal favorite is the first one. This definitely does have my love as well. I like the fact that they got a lot more comedic with it as well, and these figures just look so good. The Mikey's got like a laughing face, which is epitome of Mikey. And then the accessory pack as well. The first movie accessory pack was so good. This one looks like more of the same. I can't wait to pose Mikey and Donnie in the little cleaning aprons for a little picture on my Instagram. That will definitely come.
I'm going to get them to work on my shelf. So I'm going to be like, right, lads, you clean this shelf, you clean that shelf. Just leave them to it.
Yeah. And then we got the little Tokka and Raza as well in
really
their
nice
animal form, which is quite cool. I'm loving it, and I'm definitely looking forward to picking these up. And I love the fact that what they've done as well with releasing these is they're also going to re-release Tokka and Raza as well, the main version, for anyone that has missed it. Now, we all know that they're going for stupid money on eBay.
Am I out of order, by the way, as a collector? Am I out of order for feeling a little bit annoyed? Like, well, I'm happy because people get to get what they want, but the collector inside of me thinks, well, now it's being re-released. These desirable figures that I own are now less desirable. Does that make sense? I know it's harsh. I know I'm out of order, but I can't help but like a sliver of me feel that way and be like, wow, you missed out and now you get a second chance. So, but you're not wrong.
Yeah, I think I know why you might, at least the undercurrent of why you're feeling that like that, Dan, is because if you guys remember how difficult it was to find those figures out in the wild. Or actually did
but they were online exclusive, but these turtles,
they were online exclusives.
These 2 packs of the original movie turtles were really hard to find. Yeah.
Right. But I think they were amongst the first 2 packs that they started releasing them through the NECA store initially. And it was just difficult. Which is so difficult to get those initial packs at the before they went on the online route. But I liked the second movie well enough. I saw it in the theaters when it came out, but not enough to justify getting this pack for myself. I'm down with the accessory pack because I think my only concern is that, and just to be clear, this accessory pack will be sold separately from the figures.
Separately, yes.
Right?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
So my only concern is that these alternate head sculpts, the paint, the flesh color doesn't match up to the original movie line.
It won't.
Do you know if they are?
No, I don't think it will.
Slightly lighter.
Yeah, they've definitely said that these turtles are a new deco, and like the green does seem a little bit brighter.
So then I have to get these, Dan.
Yeah, so I think if you want to display these heads, you're gonna need those turtles.
Yeah.
But if you're patient and you're not in a rush to get them. They did say they're going to be releasing these in 2 packs further down the line. But again, you'll probably end up paying the same amount anyway. So, just grab them while you can. Just stick it on PayPal credit. Worry about it later. You'll be fine. So for me, Secret of the Ooze was like my introduction to movie turtles. Because I was young. I obviously was too little when the first one came out. And I had the soundtrack to this. I think on vinyl, I have a vivid memory of one day I did something wrong and my dad walked in and threw it and flung it against the wall and it smashed into pieces, and I just remember it's still vividly in my head me just picking up these pieces of vinyl crying going no.
What did you do?
I don't remember. I have no idea, but he knew how to get to me, didn't he, the bastard? But this was my introduction to the movie Turtles, was the second film. I watched it over and over again. I love that first fight scene where Donatello's punching that thing and he's like, hey, do you know, just that stupid stuff. Michelangelo's got the sausages, which he actually has the cold cuts in this 2-pack, which is funny.
This was
it's
so strange the deviation between the first and the second movie. For me, I feel like the first movie is the culmination of the original fans of the Ninja Turtles, and then the second one is kind of for like Generation Y, the generation that came after myself. And I hear it all the time, Dan. Like this is, I think I hear it more often now that the second movie is preferred by fans than the first one.
As an adult, I can subjectively completely agree that the second movie is definitely more core Turtles. That's how they from the closest adaptation to the comics that we'd had in any type of media was that first movie, and the sort of like, and I get that as an adult now, obviously looking subjectively, I get that this one, like in this one, they didn't even use their weapons. Like they all have trademark weapons, and they don't even use them. Like, so. Yeah, as an adult, I spot all these things, but it's just that I can't help it now. I have that nostalgic attachment to it, and there's nothing I can do about it. So I will always love this movie. And as a kid, I was always annoyed that it was Toka and Razor. I was like,
and not Bebop and
Rocksteady. As a kid, it did not make sense to me. I was like, that's meant to be Rocksteady and Bebop. I was like, why is it not Rocksteady and Bebop? But again, I've got over that. And I've learned to appreciate Toka and Razor. But as a kid, it would be like, what? I just didn't make sense to me. Like, Rocksteady and Bebop already characters. Why not just use them? Like, made no sense. Did Toka and Razor, were they in the comics? Or were they?
Yeah, in the Archie comics.
Okay,
Turtles Adventures, I think they were.
And they
were
also
the cartoons,
in the IDW run as well.
Yeah, but the movie first, weren't they? They were in the movie before they went into those.
The original 80s cartoon, right, Tanner? They're releasing them now.
Really, really late. They were in really, really late for like one episode, and this was after the second movie came out. So they were very different to the movie Toka and Razor. But they were in the 80s.
Figures of them actually.
We are.
Yeah, I'm just having to scroll through some people on Instagram. People are very excited about them, and again, I'm all in. I'm all in, of course, for the 4-pack. There's a picture of it. As I said, the whole reveal video is on Pixel Dan's channel if you want to go and watch it. And they give a few little tidbits as well with Blaine.
And the packaging.
Yeah, the packaging looks great. As I said, I've still got that original first box set upstairs.
Me too.
So it'll be that once I have this one, them in the South could be a displaced background for some of the figures. Do you know? So it's a nice little. And again, I was tempted to get the original VHSs that looked like that as well to like accompany them, but they go for people have already had that idea because they go for stupid money online.
Do they really?
Yeah. If you want them like in a decent condition, I don't mind a VHS though being a little bit beaten up because it has a bit of charm to it. Then it's been watched, it's been loved.
That's how the packaging that NECA made for it is like too. It's kind of beat up. It's got big edges.
So the only thing that makes me sad, and not sad, but like we were saying earlier, is that like I want these, I want the cartoon ones, and like all these pre-orders are going to be coming. Like literally, there's a 2-week window, and then a 2-week window, and a 2-week window. So it's like I'm like, I don't know if I physically can get them all. I need to figure out a way. So we'll find out.
Especially once we get into the army builders. Like, I mean, if you're going to buy more than one pack.
Yeah, well, we're going to ask that question shortly. So okay, do you know what? Let's just jump into that right now because that was Saturday. So on Saturday, Pixel Dan showed us these, and then on the Sunday we got more cartoon reveals from our good friends at The Fuchs. So there you go. Veebs had an interview with Trevor, who's like the lead guy over at NECA for the Turtles line, all the Turtle line. Definitely go and recommend and watch that video. Those guys know what they're talking about. And then, they revealed lots of cartoon stuff. And just conveniently today, on the 2nd, the 22nd of the 2nd, 2022, we're doing Turtles and Tea. And also these go up for pre-order. Like right now, you can go and pre-order these right now on the NECA store. So first up, we've got a 2-pack of the Rock Infantry Troopers, and then also the Crooked Ninja Gang sort of goon. And then the second 2-pack that you can pre-order today is Zack, the 5th Turtle, and then Smash, who was the leader of the Crooked Ninja Gang. So like all of these have been revealed, and they're now available. Like literally on the NECA store. Like this is the NECA store right now. Even me over here in the UK can go to the international listing and order these guys. Like there you go. And that's everything that comes with the Crooked Ninja Gang and the Rock Infantry Trooper to go along with Krag and Granitor. And then the other one was the 5th Turtle, which I'm very excited about. And also Smash to lead. You can't have your Crooked Ninja Gang without a leader. That just didn't make sense. And so these 2 packs are both ordered now. So I'll throw it over to you, Tanner. What's your thoughts on these 2 packs? And I need to also know how many you're buying, like, and how you affording it. You selling your body? What's going on?
Well, how I'm affording it, I'm getting paid tomorrow.
Okay.
So it's the case of, it's a stage of, why are they releasing the army builders first?
I know. Yeah. Damn you.
The day before payday. I would have rather have gone for the movie ones first, or the other single ones I only need to buy one of first.
Mm-hmm.
So the fact these have come out first, that's all right, fine. I'll have to deal with it and try and budget to get everything all at once without getting in too big a hole. So,
okay, so how many do you want, and how many are you getting? Like, what's the difference?
So, one of the fifth Zack and the leader.
Smash, yeah.
Because you only need Smash, one of Zack and Smash.
Yeah.
And ideally, if I wanted to, because they're like $50 each, three of the army builders, because that way you have 4 Ninja Turtle Crooked Gang,
including
to
the
go
leader,
up against the 4 Ninja Turtles.
Yeah.
And then you can just have 4 Rock Soldiers to be around Dragon Granitor. So I mean, with all my other armies, it seems, aside from the cartoon foot soldiers, it seems like 4 is the magic number as it is. So yeah, so 3.
Tanner, there's no denying the figures are good. You're all in on the figures. Are you like happy with these characters? Were you surprised to see them in figure form? Or like, what's your thoughts on just the characters becoming figures in the first place?
Yeah, Zack, I'm really happy with. Now, if you will ask one of my friends like 6 months ago, we were discussing the Crooked Ninja Turtle gang, and he actually, ironically enough, when I mentioned to him about the pre-orders, he sent me a screenshot of our conversation. I'm going, no, we don't need the Crooked Ninja Turtles gang. I'm like, and then now it's sort of like 6 months down the line after he's posted it, I'm going, yeah, I see the irony now, because I want these.
They look so cool.
They look so cool, and it's just, it will add to the already packed collection you see above me, behind me. So yeah, it's I like it. I like
6
it.
there. That's a lot of money. So let me throw it to Alex then. So Alex, first of all, your thoughts on just these characters turning into plastic, and then what you're getting, what you're buying, how are you affording it? You selling some Hot Toys or what?
No, I don't have to. I'm just pretty good at well, I don't collect Marvel Legends. That's
okay. That's fair. You can buy ours
but,
as well, Tanner.
Yeah. I think we're getting to a point now with this line where all the essential characters, the A- level tier characters have already been made. We're getting down to like, like the I guess cult characters or whatever.
Yeah, because I was going to say Zack. I don't want to call Zack a Z-list, but he's definitely he's definitely not an A-list either. So I get what you're saying.
No, he's not. I'm getting. Well, and by the way, I am so grateful that we're getting all of these characters, because the thing that I've always wanted was a cartoon accurate and movie accurate Ninja Turtle line.
Yeah.
Like, as great as the OG Playmate stuff is still. They're not very well representative of the media that they were based on. Yeah. Like you mentioned before with the Scumbug, Dan. So I'm so grateful that we're getting these characters that I would never thought that would be made like this, that looks so amazing. So I'm going to get one. I'm pretty much echoing Tanner's sentiments. I'm going to get one of the Smash Zack, but I think I'm going to get 3 of the Army Builders, because with Smash and the Crooked Ninja Turtles, you'll have one of each character to combat each of the turtles.
Yep.
And then you'll get I'll get 3 of the Rock Soldiers to flank Dragon Granitor. But also, if you guys were paying close attention, like I was to that,
I know where you're going.
Trevor hinted that they were going to release the gray versions of these Rock Soldiers. So you're talking about 6. If I get 3. 3 more later on when they re-release the gray versions, 6 Rock Soldiers. I'm good with that.
No, you're spot on. I'm completely with you. Everything you just said. Like, and my only question is like, and I don't know the answer to this question. So if anyone in the chat can help me out as well, I want to use to, is like, if I made an order for both of these, are they both going to be shipped at the same time, or is it a case where one's going to arrive 2 months sooner than the other? Because that's what's been happening. When you order stuff off the NECA site at the minute, they send you updates of like, this month we're shipping this week we're shipping this. So like, I don't want to put these both in my same order if it's going to delay me getting one of them by months, if you know what I mean. So like, I might make 2 separate orders and just take the hit on the shipping, because the shipping ain't too bad, just to make sure that I don't miss out on getting my hands on these as quick as possible. I know that's greedy, but it's always very frustrating to see everyone else enjoying. Just say the Zack and the Smash came out first and everyone was getting that, but mine's in an order with 3 of the 2-pack. Do you know, like, do you understand what I'm trying to say? And does anyone know the answer? Exactly. None of us know. I wish they told us.
I think it's a crapshoot. I really think that there's no order, because I've ordered like some of the 2-packs at the same time, had them ship out at different times, different delays. I've also received stuff combined that I ordered separately. So, I mean, 9 months delay, who knows?
Yeah, 9 month delay. Oh yeah, bloody hell. Yeah, but I'm gonna do what you said anyway. I think I'm just to play it safe, because I'm like crazy like this. I think I'm gonna make a separate order of Zack and Smash, and then probably order 3 of the 2-packs.
Tanner, I don't know if you do this, but once I pre-order these things, I just put them out of sight, out of mind. I don't have to worry
they're
about.
Coming. Yeah,
they're coming eventually. I have other things that to keep me occupied on my toy list that I can deal with while I'm waiting for these to come out. So I'm in no rush.
I can't deal with it though. When I seen Tanner having this 2-pack, I was like, damn, where's mine? I was like, I've paid for it. Where is it? Like, so I can't deal with it. I mean, I get FOMO.
I'm kind of similar. All right, I've got a little notepad on my phone saying what's been ordered, roughly when it's due to arrive,
Mate,
where
I've
I've
got
ordered
an Excel
it
spreadsheet
just to keep on top of it.
with formulas and everything. I'm not even joking.
The Turtles logo at the top.
Yeah, but with because we're paying for these up front and not paying a deposit. Now, if it was a deposit, then I'd be thinking, oh, that time is coming up now. I've got to put some money away for it. Because we're paying for these all up front, it is a case of I can put it to one side and they'll be like, they'll arrive when they arrive. That's why I'm kind of chill about the In Disguise set. I've paid for it and they'll arrive when they arrive. We're not going to go into the cartoon Dio gate, in which some people got 2, some people got 0, and silly things like that. But as long as stuff like that doesn't happen again, I will say
I'm well aware these are first world problems. We're all grown men just saying we want our plastic, but again, I can't help but get excited about this stuff. That's why we love it so much. But yeah, these 2-packs again. So everyone in the chat watching on the replay, you've got 2 weeks to order these from the 22nd. So from today, you've got 2 weeks to get your orders in. And then I've looked on the website, and again, you just can look with me now, but there's no estimated shipping time. There's nothing at all. So it doesn't say there. It's just like a little a little write-up of the 2, but there's no estimated shipping. So I have no idea how far away these are to actually getting into our hands. Like, we know they're coming, but again, Alex is a patient man. He can wait. But I want to know, when are we going to get them? I don't know.
Also, I think I saw in the comments somebody was asking why Zack comes with a disemboweled Chrome Dome head.
From the episode?
That is, from the Night of the Rogues episode, in which they kind of destroy Chrome Dome like Terminator from Terminator 1, and then they put like nodes in his brain to try and work out where they've kidnapped, where they're holding the turtles and whatnot, or something like that. Yeah,
all the accessories.
That is the reason.
All the they give them loads of weapons first and foremost, interchangeable heads, interchangeable hands, but then little accessories like that. And they also said that Chrome Dome head has got a hollow bit in it, so you can put it on your Chrome Dome figure as well. So if you wanted to get Zack literally sitting on his shoulders, plugging in stuff to his head for a display, you can do stuff like that, which is pretty cool.
That's a good idea.
Yeah, that's what I've been thinking of doing. Like, because Chrome Dome's big enough to be able to hold him on his shoulders on display, isn't
Massive
he?
figure. Great figure. That one and the Pizza Monster were my 2 favorite releases last year.
Yeah, they were up there for you as well, Tanner, right?
Yeah. I love those figures, and I'm looking up at my dial now, and they're hanging all off the antenna that came with the dial. They're looking so cool.
You're running out of space there. You're already touching the ceiling, Tanner.
He really is.
You're literally touching the ceiling.
It's the case of reshuffling when it comes down to it. It's sure, yeah, but yeah, we'll work on it when everything arrives. That'll be tomorrow's problem.
Okay, so they were the first two things they revealed because obviously they're the things that are up for pre-order right now. We got those 2 packs, which are great. Again, the kickstarting us off of an army builder. Ouch, says we can hear all our wallet scream, but there we go. But if I keep scrolling down, this is like is if I was to make a most wanted Turtles list of characters I want from the cartoon, I think Usagi Yojimbo here would be number 1. I think the Punk Frogs were up there with me, and we've got them. Happy with that. But Usagi Yojimbo as like just another sort of good guy character to go along with the Turtles, one that I remember fondly as a kid. Again, another one that I had on a VHS. So it was, even though he was only in a couple of episodes, I feel like he was in so much more because I watched probably the same couple of episodes over and over again. But yeah, he's come in, not in a 2-pack. They've announced that he is an ultimate figure. So here come in a box with multiple heads. Like, again, if we skim through these pictures, you can see that he has the face with his teeth showing. So he's a bit more angry, ready to fight. One without. He also, okay, that's Fugitoid. He also has the hair. They didn't show it in any of these pictures, but they've also got his hair that goes down so you can actually sit his hat on it. So it'll be cool to see that because that will give us a completely different look for him as well. But what I really look is this photo here shows him in his cloak. Now, when they showed this picture, I thought, are we getting that big machine as well? Obviously, no sign of that yet. But yeah, we get a soft good cloak, we get his hat, we get 2 heads, loads of weapons. Usagi Yojimbo, the colours are like bang on. Like, this is probably currently my most anticipated Turtle figure of the year, and we should be getting him soon. I can see you nodding away there, Alex. Are you with me?
Oh yeah, he's my most anticipated figure. So much so, I mean, him and Shredder, I tried to collect every version that was released, not every single variant, but the main figures for each line. And I was like looking at like $150 Japanese exclusive Usagi Yojimbo, which is the most cartoon accurate that they came out with at that time. I don't need to get that anymore. I'm gonna get this guy. Ultimate figure, looks amazing. I'm probably gonna make my top 10 figures of the year.
It's so spot on. Like, that looks like a frame from the cartoon. Like, the colors, it's just so good, like so spot on. Like, as I said, I had Usagi Yojimbo was a figure I had as a kid as well. I was always annoyed as a kid, so I only had Napoleon, like, and I wanted all the Punk Frogs, and it always annoyed me that we never got them all as when I was younger.
Yeah, and Genghis looks so different from
exactly.
Napoleon.
So it was another example of like very frustrated. But Usagi Yojimbo, the toy I had, looked pretty close. It wasn't as good as this, but it looked pretty close. So he was another toy that I loved that was from the cartoon. But yeah, we have never got a Usagi Yojimbo that is this accurate to his appearance in the cartoon. And again, accessories and that sound great. Tanner, you've got to be on the same page, right?
Definitely. I mean, I initially thought he would be in the 2-pack with Zach.
Yeah.
The fact that they put him on his own is brilliant. Shows how much of a following he has to warrant being put on his own. Hopefully they put in loads of accessories with it. I know his belt's gonna be like the movie foot soldier belt, where it's like a fabric where you can slide the sword scabbards in and everything like that. And he's coming with the cape, the cloak as well, which should be really, really cool. So loads of options in which we can put him in our displays, and loads of different weapons we can have him with. Yeah, very eagerly anticipated. I'm echoing both of your opinions as well. And let's see what happens in 2 weeks when the pre-order goes up.
I wish they showed a picture with his ears down and the hat on, because I think that's going to make him look very different. Which, again, I think I'm going to have to buy at least another one of these. If I'm going to have multiple versions of the Turtles on the shelf, then I need another Usagi Yojimbo. And again, I'll have one with the cloak up, one looking a bit more mysterious. And then I'll just have one all out ready to fight like this guy. So yeah, this is again one we knew it was coming. They teased it for a while, then we see an actual like colour image of him on the checklist over Christmas, and then to know that this figure's like probably already on a boat, like we're gonna get this will probably be one of the, out of all these figures we're showing off today, we're probably going to have this one in our hands the soonest out of the cartoon line, which just makes me smile. So very happy with that. But of course, that's not all. Let's keep. Oh, there's more pictures there. They revealed a lot more, and this time we're going back to the roots. And we started off the stream with Alex telling us about the Mirage comics, and he mentioned this guy. So, Alex, do you want to take us away? Who's this guy?
That is Fugitoid.
Yeah.
Another figure that I try and collect every version of. I love the cell shading on this guy. I believe he's also a deluxe figure. Or does he come? Is he part of a 2-pack?
Yeah. So they actually showed off. Trevor Zammit actually showed off the packaging.
The box art, right?
Yes.
Which is done by Kevin. Isn't Kevin Eastman doing
the
Ronin?
Yeah, Kevin Eastman's doing the art for the box on this line. Yeah.
Yeah, you were completely right. I'll see if I can try and sneak a little glimpse during the video of the box art, because he definitely shows it off.
Yep.
There it is. He's holding it up. There it is. There it is. So there's the Fugitoid box.
I love how he just looks like a little oversized, and we're usually used to seeing him, because in the cartoons he's pretty much a turtle size, if I'm not mistaken. Tanner. But this guy looks like he might stand a bit bigger. So I'm just so in on this guy. I love the Fugitoid.
So for the people watching, so what NECA have been doing, going to comic shops and specialty stores and like sort of online has been the arcade stuff. But as the arcade stuff is they've sort of hit both of the main sets of Turtles now, and they've just gave us the Pirate, Rocksteady, and Bebop, and we got Baxter recently. Like, they're sort of moving their attention now to Mirage. So for the next foreseeable future, I assume, we're going to be seeing a lot more Mirage-style figures. We know we're getting a couple... Well, we're getting... Who are we getting in the loot crate that's Mirage? Shredder?
That's going to be
Shredder
one
with
of the
crab,
Shredder mutants.
the crab Shredder?
Claws,
Right. Yeah. So we're getting that, but now there's a whole separate line dedicated to it, and they've revealed some of them here. Like, so I can sort of predict, and we'll show some pictures in a minute, but we got Fugitoid, Revenant, and also Casey Jones. It seems to be the first three sort of single packed, and again, original art by Kevin Easton as well. The guy who literally the Turtles, Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, came out of this guy's brain. This is the guy that drawn them, and he is now creating the new artwork for all these box sets. So it's like, you can't get more spot on from NECA with that. Do you know, like, who's the best person to go to for this? How about the person who created the Turtles? So yeah, packaging looks great, and that's going to be a piece of art in itself. And if I scroll down to the pictures, there you go.
And personally, it's a little poetic for myself that they're offered at this Mirage line is being offered through comic book retailers and specialty stores. Yeah. You know, where this whole thing started.
Exactly, of course, it's beautiful.
Question: do you guys have the original Mirage Turtles? And if not, are you expecting that they'll re-release them somehow?
Go on, Tyler.
I have knockoff versions of the original Turtles and the Foot Clan. Now they're amazing, and I really, really like them. I managed to get all 4 of the Turtles for like £20, which is a bargain, and they're beautiful. With regards to the Foot as well, they were a little bit more expensive, but again, they're worth it. I've got them in like a little battle display in one of my Detolfs, surrounded by the little mouses that came with April, and the free mouser packs, which
April you got? Which colour April you got?
Blue.
Okay.
She's blue.
Yeah. I have the same. I think I might even have the same setup as you, Tanner.
Yeah. I'll have to send you a picture afterwards, so to say how I've got it all set up. Sure. But with regards to going back to visit the molds, I think they will do that. It's only because so few people have the original sets, and the original sets box are ridiculous money. I can so see them releasing those guys again on the new body, maybe going forward, just so that anyone new to the line that may have started collecting long after 2008 or couldn't have got the 2008 versions will be able to catch up, because it seems like they're doing that with every single version of the Turtles. They're releasing the multiple versions of the cartoon Turtles. The movie Turtles are getting released, albeit second movie or even like 2-packs again.
Yeah, maybe with some kind of slight variation, you mean?
Yeah.
Yeah, I was being selfish earlier when I said that. When I was a little bit annoyed that Toko and Raza are getting a re-release, like I should be happy for my fellow community of getting a second chance. And I did say that as sort of half serious. But yeah, like you can't be mad. It's a toy company or a collectible company making figures, and it's their business to sell figures. So if anyone out there's like me, I don't want to jump in and not get the main characters. Do you know what I mean? Like if they want more people to be buying these characters, they're going to have to find a way to get out the turtles again, I think. It just makes good business sense, whether that be another 4-pack or whatever.
Yeah, I also think it's part of these toy companies' protocol, too. It's like to always have the main characters on the shelves or available amongst, even when you get into like deep parts of the line. It's just we have seen plenty of Ninja Turtle variations and re-releases and all that stuff, so I just kind of have to put it in my brain that those, if they re-release it for the 12th time or whatever, it's not for me, it's for whoever doesn't have it.
It's for the
it's essential
to keep the line,
it's essential to the longevity
and
the prosperity of these toy lines to have those main characters always available, even if they're peg warmers. For
the people that have been in it from the get-go, you want this. If you want to continue this line and keep getting new characters, you're going to need new collectors to jump on board and keep the line strong from a sales perspective to keep these companies invested in making these toys. So like if they're deciding to go all in on Mirage, they can't rely on the very small portion of the collecting community that have already got the NECA Mirage Turtles. They're going to have to give new people an opportunity to jump on board, because I, for myself, haven't got the Mirage Turtles. I don't have them. If there was an easier way for me to get them, of course I would eat it up.
There is. Make more money.
Yeah, damn me. Because I'll phone my manager after this. I need more money. But yeah, like if there's a way for me to get this, of course I'm very tempted with this line, because this line is going to have characters in that ain't going to be in other lines. Like, and one of the next figures I'm going to show is an example of that. But
and it's been long enough. I mean, right, Tanner, 2008 is when those original were released?
Yeah, 2008 was the originals. I know they released them a couple of times over the years, black and white, single packs, not quite the clamshells. It's still a stupid amount of time since the most recent one.
Let me make a wrestling analogy with a couple of guests that will actually understand, because again, Brandon doesn't like wrestling. But Mattel have a line called Top Picks, because they need to make sure that throughout the year they have John Cena, The Rock, whoever, all the big wrestling marquee names, Seth Rollins, whatever, The Fiend is the last couple of years. They need to make sure that these popular characters are constantly on the shelf to drive the rest of the line. So every other toy line can work with that same regard. Like Marvel Legends is a perfect example. We've just had a brand new Marvel Legends wave revealed with 5 new characters or 4 new characters, which is great. But the wave also includes Thor and Iron Man. Do you know, like, it's just, you got to keep the A-list players in the game, and you can't be mad at it. So I, for one, I'm hoping for some more Mirage Turtles.
They're coming.
But I understand I'm a hypocrite because I want them to do that, but I didn't want them to re-release Toko and Razor. So I'm a hypocrite. Ignore me. But let's keep going through these. And again, I love the accessories he comes with, and they're compatible with the Turtles. So let's have a look at this real quick. So, how would you pronounce this name?
Utrom.
Utron.
So is this like an early conception of like android body? Is this what it is? Is this
this is the original, Tanner, isn't it? This
the original.
It's
the original version of the android body.
That's what I'm saying. Yeah, this
Utron,
is where it was influenced from.
And Krang sprang from it. Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, it's a different. It's like it's not really focused on one Utrom, like it's focused on Krang in the cartoons and after that.
Yeah.
This is a race.
They don't even use the word Utrom in the
cartoons. So this could be an army builder right now. This is a race of Ultron.
That's why I'm getting 10 of them, Dan. Like, I'm going to go nuts.
I need your job by the sounds of it. Are you hiring? What's going on? So yeah,
I'm going to go nuts on these guys more than any other army builder.
Oh wow. What about you? What about you, Tanner? You in on all these Mirage stuff?
Yeah, I mean, not all the Mirage stuff. There will be one I don't think will fit into my display. But the Utroms, definitely. I may pick up a couple, even if it's just picking up one, just to have at the back, just so they're like overseeing everything. Because in the original comics, Shredder gets killed off in issue 1.
Yeah.
So, yeah, they're
spoiler
kind of... The Utroms are like the... from a 35-year-old comic. Come on now. But yeah, I may have a couple just to plop at the back just so they oversee everything. And
it's
they
like
look
for me, right? I've not seen this character design. These were brand new for me. I've not read a comic with these in, but I instantly understood it was something to do with Krang, and that's where the android body influence come from. But it looks like, for me, it's like Krang merged with a Terminator or something like that. It just looks as an action figure, even though I know nothing about its original concept, it just looks like a cool action figure, and I'm like, oh yes, this is a cool villain for like some turtles. So yeah,
this is actually more of the norm if you take a step back and look at all the TMNT stuff. It's like really only in the original cartoons and maybe the second Michael Bay film was Krang. I didn't even see the second Michael Bay film, so I can't tell you.
I think I have.
So there's really only one Utrom Krang character in those two.
Yeah.
But everything else, they're like a race from another planet.
Yeah. So unless you've read that or know that, you'll be like me, just thinking, oh, okay, seems familiar, but yeah, it's not what you think.
Did you not watch the 2002 or 2012?
No.
Series?
So I literally,
they're all over that.
I've seen like maybe an episode here and there, but it was never something that I was involved in. Like when I was out of the game, I was out of the game. But those VHS tapes I still had like in my 20s, you know, like piled up using them as paperweights until they eventually disappeared. So it's, for me, it's all about that 80s cartoon. Even though I'm aware it probably doesn't live up to the hype anymore. Tanner, you've just rewatched it. Is it a little bit dated now?
I still the good episodes are really good, but there's a lot of filler.
I would love like
that's all I
don't have any kids.
There's a lot of filler.
I don't have any kids, right? But for me, I always think to myself, when parents are complaining, and again, I'm not a parent, so it's easy for me to say this, but like when parents are complaining that like all their kid wants to watch is Peppa Pig or whatever it is, I'm like, don't show them that then. Just show them the stuff you like. Like my kid's gonna love The Simpsons. He's gonna love the Turtles from the 80s. You know, like. Don't let them know anything else exists, and then all they'll want to watch is stuff you like. But I'm sure it doesn't work like that. Again, I'm not a parent, I wouldn't know. But Alex, your kid's only little, right? So like, there you go.
She's only 3 months, but she already has a Ninja Turtle pacifier.
Beautiful. She's involved.
You got a Leo and a Raph.
Beautiful. But yeah, these figures look great. And again, people in the comments as well are saying that this figure looks great, and I'm sure only a few of them know what they are. But if you've seen other... Yeah, 2003 show was the show for me, says Tarek. And again, that's like a perfect example of the different generations. Everyone has their own stepping on point, and no one's wrong. It's like, I'm glad that we all love from the same thing. But so keeping on the Mirage hype, they revealed this on the Saturday. As I said, this was revealed on, I believe there's an Instagram page with like nearly 100,000 followers. It's TMNT_Wiz. Yeah. That's his Instagram. He's got nearly 100,000 followers, and NECA gave him the official reveal, or her, I have no idea who controls the account, but they gave that account the reveal of Rennet. Okay, so this is another character that was not in the cartoon I watched. So like, it was like, okay, no idea what this is about. If you had shown me this and told me what franchise does this come from, I would have genuinely guessed like Masters of the Universe or something. And I know, take away my Turtles card, I know, but like, but yeah, someone's going to have to teach me about this one. So she's from Mirage, again, another, obviously, it's a Mirage figure, but she's been in the comics and nothing else.
Cartoons, 2002, 2012 also, she was in it. Was she in the original?
No, she wasn't in the 88 one, no way.
No, she wasn't in the 88, but she was also in the IDW comic series as well.
No.
Yeah. So she is this woman struggle to tell the time because she has a lot of watches on her, or does she control time?
She's a time traveler.
Okay.
Like a time lord. She's like starts off as an apprentice and then graduates to a time lord kind of thing.
Yeah, I think she has like, it's like a time sorceress mixed with time sorceress, something like that.
I see what they're trying to do there. I like that the staff, by the way, sort of looks like the staffs from the Turtles 3, the third Turtle movie. So you can see where it was pulled from.
Yeah, good eye there.
Yes.
She initially made her first appearance in the first. I think she was like within the first 5 or 10 issues of the Mirage.
Issue 8.
Issue 8. There you go. Yeah,
so really early.
And yeah, she had them, like, if I remember, it's been a while since I read the books. She brought the Turtles back to ancient Japan to save Splinter from something when he was like something I can't remember. Somehow Splinter ended up in old Japan. She I don't know. But
something about time.
And then she also in the cartoons she was a romantic counter to Raphael, I think.
I think it was Mikey, from what I've heard in the 2012 cartoon.
Oh, they were item. They were a little item, were they?
Yeah,
okay.
yeah.
All right, fair play, Mikey. High five.
Yeah.
High 3.
Oh, true. Yeah.
High 3. Yeah, it seems Mikey likes his human alien women, because
he's
in the
dude.
80s show he likes the one on the neutrinos as well, doesn't he?
It's a thing with these turtles, because you have in 2012 April, Donatello has a thing for April, so it's like, I don't know.
Oh, don't we all?
And Karai with Leo.
Yeah.
So are you as excited to see this figure revealed? Like, first time we've ever got her in figure form. Are you going to be getting her, adding her to the shelf, to the Mirage shelf? You seem to be all in on this Mirage stuff, Alex.
Yeah, I am. I mean, don't get me wrong. When I first saw this, I was like, that's Reddit Tilly, right?
Yeah,
that's her name, right?
Yeah, there she is.
So I mean, I wasn't see that right there, because that looks like a Kevin Eastman drawing to me right there with the unhelmeted sculpt. But yeah, I'm in on this. Nice, looks like a nice, soft, good wired cape. Great accessories. The floating head, I think they said it was part of the accessories that she comes with.
Yeah, she comes with that. Yeah.
So yeah, I'm in on this. Nice.
Is that like her boss or something?
Yeah.
Yeah. They've even got the nice cleavage details as well. Like they've got the black pen and make sure you can see them. Yeah. But yeah, what about you, Tanner? Are you picking and choosing from Mirage, or are you all in?
This one I'll be picking and choosing, and as of right now, I don't think I'll be picking up for it. It could change when the pre-order comes around. You never say never. But I don't think it will fit into my more like earthbound, grounded display that I've got going on. All right, the Utroms may do because they're based on Earth, so that's fine. But I think Renee may be that one little leap too far. But let's see when the pre-order comes around, and then I'll decide. Jay was
Matt in the comments. Kahubari Jay was reminding us of Mona Lisa and Raph as well. Another little couple.
That's right. But she wasn't a human though, was she?
No, she was a lizard.
She's I remember the figure. I remember the Mona Lisa figure. Jay's Toys Collection UK said issue 8 of Mirage. Just started reading it. Yeah, seeing new characters like this, just like it does with Legends, like it makes me want to learn about them. Like we just had a new Marvel Legends revealed, the controller, and I'm like, who? Do you know, like, who? Let me go and find out. But I like that. It's all part of the hobby for me. It's like discovering new stuff even all these years later, and then you have a new appreciation for it. So it makes me want to go and learn about her, because apparently she's the color palette here isn't necessarily her most famous color palette. So is there
it was more like a muted. I think it had some blue, like similar to how that variant Shredder Mirage Shredder is. I think it had something like that going on in the original.
I think it was the blue version was in the black and white version, but this red version was in the colored repaints.
Okay.
Technically accurate, but to the
NECA love a little recolor reissue, you know, so you never know. You never know. But the soft good capes is always a nice touch. Again, it helps with the posing. And again, the little floating head accessory. I'm assuming that's her boss, as you said, so pretty good.
That's the dude that is like in charge of all the sorcerers, if I'm not mistaken. So like throughout the comic, if I remember, he's always barking orders at her because she's basically like a sorceress in training, a time traveler in training, something like that.
Yeah. I get it. So again, we've seen her, we've seen the Fugitoid, and my assumption is that the third figure in this Mirage sort of box, single pack box line is going to be Casey Jones at some point, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's
you
sort
assumed correctly.
Yeah, well, who else could it be? If it's not,
but just show us the figure.
I know, that's what I'm thinking. Us? Maybe it's not done. Maybe it's not finished or something. Yeah. But like, that's what I'm thinking. If they're showing this, then they're basically telling us who it is. And to be fair, Trevor mentioned it in just conversation anyway as he was talking, because he was looking at the box, saying, "Oh, I'm not sure if I can show you Casey." And he's like, so he's coming. So he's definitely Casey Jones is definitely going to be in the similar sort of box style to that screenshot. And I think that's how you'll get Tannen as well. Renin.
Yeah, what I will say with regards to the way they tease this isn't the first tease like this they did over that weekend, because on Pixel Dan they showed the Kino's pizza delivery bag, right?
They did.
So it is something they can do. It is So it just gets maybe it's not ready to be fully shown yet. But it's a case of it's teased. It lets us know what's coming up, and yeah, I'm looking forward to getting Casey to put on the shelves to kick some Foot Clan members.
I'm just trying to scroll through to see if I can find that because he definitely does hold it up, doesn't he? But
yeah,
I didn't grab any screenshots from it, but he does show Kino's bag like literally painted, and they have showed a 3D digital render of Kino before, so we know he's coming.
Yeah.
We know he's coming. Like, what's he showing off there? He's showing off Toka. Yeah, he definitely showed.
I think it would have been towards the end, maybe, but
there it is. Look, it's a bit blurry, but he's there. You can see it. He's holding the pizza bag.
Yeah.
There you go, Kino's pizza bag. So that's coming. So that's great to see as well, because he is a big part of the second movie, and he played Donatello in the first one, I believe, isn't he?
Yeah, he was the stunt actor inside. Yeah. And you could tell. It's like one thing I noticed about and I mean, I've seen the original movie about a gazillion times. It's one of those movies for me that never gets old. And if you kind of study the movement of all the turtles, and you see the way that Kino, played by Ernie Reyes Jr., you can see like the movement and just like the way he stands in the suit. It's like it's totally Ernie Reyes Jr. Yeah. And if you guys aren't familiar with him, he's a child action star. Like, have you guys ever heard of The Last Dragon?
No.
It's The Last Dragon is like the Motown Records version of like the Bruce Lee story, like a Bruce Lee character.
Okay.
The guy in the movie is called Bruce Leroy. You know, this African American kung fu artist, and they mix in all this funk Motown music of the time of the 80s. And one of the supporting characters in that movie, who was only maybe 5 or 6 years old, was Ernie Reyes Jr. Kicking butt. Like, he is a great martial artist, and I think he's going through some tough times now with some medical issues, so it's great that he was able to get his likeness out there. He's going to get some change in his pocket and
of course
get out there, because Turtles fans love him for those very reasons that you said, Dan. So that's, bravo on all parts.
Yeah, again, look forward to seeing it 100%. So let me scroll through down here because I think there is some more. So yeah, okay, so talking of comics, we've talked about Mirage. Well, I'm skipping Ronin because we've already talked about Ronin. But what about this? Now we're getting into Archie comics and a lot of people's mind's eye version of Slash. Like, now this isn't my mind's eye of Slash because obviously the cartoon version is, but I cannot deny that this is still an epic looking Slash. So first of all, Tanner, have you read the Archie comics? Are you a fan of the Archie comics?
So I didn't read it on the original run. When IDW took over the Turtles license for the comics, they re-released the Archie series as graphic novels. Now I got all of them. I read all of them. It's quite cool. Interesting little. I think it originally started off being an extension of the cartoon, and then they kind of moved on a little bit. It was very focused around protecting the environment, because there was a lot of characters protecting the environment.
Like Captain Planet era.
Yeah. But it's a case of when they announced this Archie line, I was like, these figures look amazing. However, I'm so glad they didn't do the IDW line, because the IDW line would have hooked me.
Look,
straight away.
If they're doing Archie now, it's a matter of time. It's a matter of time. What about you, Alex, with the Archie stuff? Are you a fan of the comics?
I was not, because I was actually, the Archie line came out, which was called TMNT, Ninja Turtles Adventures, I believe. They came out in early 88, something like that. And by that point, I was already reading I looked at those comics and I was like, these are for kids.
Yeah, kids
I'm reading
comics,
Uncanny X-Men. Like I said, I'm already reading the original Ninja Turtles Mirage. So I kind of peeked here and there with it. I know there's a lot of characters that originally appeared in the Archie books that didn't appear, and so that whole thing. But I'm gonna pick and choose, just basically based on the aesthetics of each character. To me, Dan, like you, this is not my Slash. My Slash is the one with the buck teeth that has a lisp,
the big eye
from the cartoons. But I can certainly appreciate just the size of this guy. He's much more bulkier than the cartoon version. But I think I'm gonna pass on this guy. Looks great though.
Yeah, again, this is the type of thing where he looks so cool. I'm tempted to get him just because it's a cool looking, alternate turtle. But it's not my mind's eye Slash. I wouldn't see this and think instantly it's Slash. Like, I'm aware of the Archie comics, but it's not something I've ever done a deep dive into, and I know all the different variations of character designs. So you'd have to sort of... I probably could have guessed it was Slash, but it's not something that instantly come to me. But I cannot, as I said, I admit the design looks great. And so we know he's coming. And he, I believe, if I jump back the pre-orders... There you go. So on for pre-order right now, we've got the Ronin, the Renin from the Mirage comments, and also Slash. So Slash is literally up for pre-order right now. Let's see if they put any extra photos of him up here. So he does look good. He's got the two heads. I like the snarling head, the angry head. I like how he's got fisted hands. Apparently that was a complaint because the cartoon version didn't have fisted hands. So now he does. And yeah, the photos of this look good. I like the little background they've got going on. So bravo whoever's taking the photos. But
just a quick side note, guys. Do you guys have Muckman, the cartoon version? Muckman?
Yes.
Yes.
Did you? I was rearranging my display and messing around with him today. Did you guys notice that he came with inside his trash can, his radioactive trash can? He comes with some slime.
Yeah. I've not opened mine yet. I've not opened mine yet, but I did know he come with slime.
I had no idea. Nice little surprise.
What are you going to do with it? You're going to because I'd love to display it, but it'll just ruin it and get moldy over time. Some people
probably
have put
throw
it
at my sister like I used to.
Some people have put it in his trash can and then put Joe Eyeball in it and just let Joe Eyeball just sit in it. But I'd be afraid it'll like decolor him over time or get watery or do something weird.
I can imagine it just degrading that slime and just leaving like crust in the bin and on Joe Eyeball, and it's not like. No, I don't want to ruin my figure. Sorry.
It's a fun gimmick, though. It is a fun gimmick, but yeah, nice little surprise for sure. So yeah, if you want this, it's up for pre-order now. But that isn't the only Archie comic stuff they revealed. Reeves was very happy about this, but again, not a character. Like I admit, it's a great looking figure, but as a big Turtles fan, it's not something that I instantly went, oh, clearly that's Archie version of Sting's Fish Fillet. There he is, Ray Man. But yeah, and he comes with his little manimal companion baby thing. Again, great looking figure, and Trevor even held the figure and showed it off on the stream, and it looked impressive. He has the big tail, he has the spikes on the back, so like from a bird's eye view, he actually does look like a stingray. But yeah, this figure looks great. I have no doubt it'll pop on the shelf. And one interesting note that Veebs made is that Ray Fillet never actually appeared. He was a Playmates toy, a lot of people's favourite. Super 7 even done one, but he never actually appeared in the animated show, the 80s animated show at all. And this is probably the closest thing you're going to get to an animated style Ray Fillet. So for me, I'm like, is that justified a reason for me to get him? Because it's...
Yes, it fits. It
fits,
exactly.
Dan.
Like the artist that initially there was a lot of contributing artists to the Archie line. But the initial guy was a guy called Michael Dooley, and this looks exactly like he drew it. And it fits into, just because of the cell shading lines almost, you can mistake them for comic book ink lines. So you're not wrong in thinking that, get it, is what I'm telling you, do it.
Yeah. 100, as I said, because Ray Fillet we're not going to get him in the cartoon line because he was not in the cartoon, but he's still a fun, again, because of the toy was so popular and in the other places it's been in, like the comic, he's a character that people know that accompanies the Turtles. So yeah, I think it looks great. Big and bulky as well. What about you, Tanner?
I mean, I think it looks great. And as I mentioned earlier, the Archie comics was meant to be an extension of the cartoon line.
Nice.
Of the cartoon. So buying this to fudge in the cartoon display, I think it will work. And I love the sarcastic head. Sarcastic looking grin head. Oh, that is just brilliant. If I was to purchase this version, which I probably will, I will definitely have him displaying using that sarcastic looking grin, just smirking, just be like, yeah, I'm huge. I'm sitting here. I'm oversizing everything.
Rush in the chat has agreed, says Ray's a must. Yeah, pretty good. Yeah, pretty good.
And to your earlier point, Tanner, I the first 4 issues were adaptations of the first season of the Turtles cartoon.
They were indeed.
And then I think maybe a couple of issues after that, they adapted the following season or some of the other stories.
They kind of built on where they had to collect the little alien shark.
Correct. Right. Yeah.
They built on that a lot more than the cartoon did.
Right. So they followed that story for a little bit, but then I mean the series ran for about 80 issues. So after about like the first handful of issues, you're talking about all original environmental stories, like you said, kind of kid morality tales. There's a plethora of characters that they can choose from with this line.
And let's show you an example of some of those characters, which again never appeared in the animated show. But here we have, again, you're gonna have to correct me if I'm saying these wrong, but Jaguar, and Dreadmon. And these are animals, right? And now again,
Mutanimals.
Mutanimals, yeah. So I literally had to Google. I was like, okay, what's going on here? Like these, I didn't know if these were turtles, like turtle related. I had no clue. Again, take away my turtle card because I was like, I had no clue. But again, the turtles have been in so many forms of media. You only know what you know. You can't know everything. And these ones are definitely ones I missed. But I've learned now from, as I said, doing my Google search over the weekend. There's a whole crew of these Mutanimals. And yeah, these two very wacky. And yeah, they have the sort of turtle cartoon flavor. But yeah, I was, again, seeing these, I was like, who are these? What's going on here? But Veeb seemed very excited. Does it excite you, Tanner? Like, you've been, as I said, you've been picking up some bits and bobs?
Yeah, it's a case of, these are definitely different. They're in the card. It's just, like, it's batshit crazy.
Yeah,
that's the only way I can describe it, yeah. So
even their expressions are wacky.
Yeah, it's the same as, I think, Ray Fillet. If I was to pick these up, it would maybe to form the Mutanimals to have in the cartoon display. But it's a case of, yeah, they just look so how can you not say no to these crazy faces? They're just like, it's something out of a weird acid trip or something like that, I would say.
A few people in the comments are mentioning what we were just talking about with Ray Fillet, saying that he was in the cartoon. But so Jay says, it's great, Ray. He was in the cartoon, I think, but he was a green fishman in short, so looked nothing like this. And then Rush says, Jay is correct. Ray did appear in the animated, but looked nothing like this, nothing like the toys. So maybe that's what I'm thinking. Again, you guys may be right. I just always assumed that Ray wasn't in the cartoon, but it may just be a case of he was, but he looked nothing like the toy. Yeah. So we shall see. But either way, here's a version of Ray you can get. And then, Alex, what are you saying about Mutanimals? Because if we're getting these two, you're gonna get more.
Yeah, and even if we don't get more, I think the other members were Slash, which they've already announced, and Leatherhead.
Yeah, Leatherhead's I've seen him.
Ray was the leader of the Mutanimals, and I think initially what they were going to do was they were going to spin it off into a cartoon series, but no one wanted to pick it up. So they just re-released it as a spin-off comic book series, the Mutanimals. I even think there's like actual animation cells out there that were going to get pitched, that were pitched. But yeah, I mean, I'm getting these there. They blend in enough with the cartoon line.
Is that why you're getting them, to go in your cartoon line rather than a separate sort of Archie comic display?
Yeah, I have no plans on being a completionist with the Archie line. Because it has to fit in with my cartoon line.
I think
However, Alex,
what I'm going to do.
One question I want to ask you: if they were to do it, would you pick up Cuddly the Cowlick?
Yes, that's the big cow floating head, right?
Yeah, it is
yes.
one that can
absolutely
teleport. Yep. Yeah,
Cuddly the Cowlick. Yeah, these see what I mean. They get a little bit wacky, and like Alex was saying, the comic was a bit more kid focused, so that's why the characters start getting a little bit crazier. But I think I'm going to play by the same rules as you, Alex. And as these start to get revealed and released, because again, there's no timescales on when we're going to see these, I may pick them up for the Turtle cartoon display, and just they may be not front row, may not be the second row, but they'll be in there, and they're colourful enough that they're pop and stand out. So yeah, that was like their last reveal, that the Mutanimals are coming, and here's two. So again, expect to see more. And then down here, they've took a little picture. It says Turtle Van Garage, stay out. What could they be hinting here, Alex?
This is what got me the most excited. This and maybe something else further on down that we're going to talk about. Yes, Turtle Van. They teased it. Randy teased it about last year when they did this whole toy fair thing on Pixel Dan show. Yep. And then he also teased the Turtle playset both of which since then they said that they kind of put a pause on, but now it looks like they're restarting that back up. And just take my money. Take my money. I'm glad I didn't get the Super 7 one, because this will probably be a bit cheaper and more to what.
Look at Tanner's smile. Look at his he's like regretful smile.
Yeah. All right.
Yeah.
That's me.
Well, by the way, for me and Tanner have gone in on the Super 7.
I know.
Thing. So, but again,
I don't blame you. It looks great. I actually try to collect. This is my detalk with all the turtle vans from each line. So I was seriously considering it, but just too much stuff coming out at that price point. The space.
The price was something which is stupid. It's a stupid price. I knew it was from the get-go, but because we're so far out from getting it, I knew I'd be able to put a little bit to the side and it wouldn't feel like so much. So that's what I'm doing. Like, I've got a whole little separate little saving things for that. But
Do they have payment plans for it, guys?
No, there was a 50% £50 deposit, and then you just pay the rest when it's ready to ship.
That's rough.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so that's why, like, in my own head, I'm doing my own little payment plan in my head, and I've got a little separate thing going on. So when the time comes, like, I'm hoping to have that paid, like, the account that I've got money in there, like, done in the next few months, and then I'll just sit back and I'm done. Because again, like, I'm still, if NECA do one, which is what they're teasing here, I'm still getting the NECA one. How can I not? Like, the turtle line is the cartoon turtle line. Is my main. If I had to pick one turtle line and I had to cut all the rest, the cartoon turtle line is my turtle line. So, like, of course I'm getting the turtle van. And the turtle van in the cartoon, the turtle line that NECA will do will represent the turtle van we've seen in the cartoon, where the turtle van Super 7 have done, which we can see already, is the souped up toy version. And I've got all 4 Super 7 turtles now. Like, I think I should have showed that off at the start of the stream, as since the last Turtles and Tea, I finally got Donatello, the last Super 7 turtle we needed. They saved the best till last, of course. So now I've got that set up, like, and I'm not a completionist with the Super 7 turtle stuff. I'm like picking some of my favourite characters, and I have like a humble little display, and I think the van might be the centerpiece if I can find a big enough shelf or something. I don't know. May need to knock an extension through or something, but eventually. But yes, this turtle van gets me excited. Of course, I'm all in for it. Tanner, I know you were like that regretful smile you had as Alex was speaking, but you'll still be getting this, right?
Oh, of course. Yeah. I mean, it's a case of with the cartoon line, I'm too far in to not get it. So it's
can't back out now, Tanner.
Yeah, you're in.
No, of course not. I've got a whole up to the roof, as you pointed out earlier.
He's got a Turtles and Tea t-shirt on, for God's sake. Of course he's not.
Oh, yeah, definite. Yeah, I'll pick it up, and hopefully they do somewhere where you can store it. We'll get onto that in a bit, I presume. But yeah, I'm sure it'd be cool. It'll be different enough from the Super 7 version that what you can do is, if you get it both, you can have like a multiversal race between the two sets of turtles. Who's going to win?
I've got my Marvel Legends portal already to create my multiverse displays, so I'm ready to go.
That's why you got to get that Revit.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Now I need her next to the time.
Yeah, there you go.
Yeah. I mean, I've got my 2004 turtle van up there along the side where you can't see it. So if I wanted it to be a three-way race, then 2004 will go in there as well. 2002 will go in there as well.
The way Fast and Furious are going, I wouldn't be surprised if the Turtles turned up with Vin Diesel in the future. Like, they're going all over the place. But yeah, I've recently picked up the re-release from Playmates of the van and the blimp. So, like, that's why I need to create more real estate, because I've got all these Marvel Legends on display, which I love, but I need to get my Turtles out of the boxes and show them some love. And in my head, I've got like a Super 7, a Playmates, a movie, a cartoon. Like, as I said, a whole wing of my house. A whole wing of my house could be turtle related. It's crazy.
Don't spread yourself too thin.
But you said, Tanner, like, I hope you get a place to store it. And that, like Alex already alluded to, NECA have put out the idea about making a playset that literally connects under, which I think is genius, by the way, connects under the street diorama. So, like, you can build out this big display with the street diorama on top and then the sewer underneath. And I don't know how they're going to do it yet. I have no idea if it would be a 2-floored, like, play set, like a sort of dollhouse, or would it just be a long thing on the floors? It's just going to be separate modular rooms. I don't know how they're going to do it. But would you want to buy an actual sewer diorama, like a sewer playset diorama to pose up and display these turtles?
Do you want to go first, Alex?
Sure. Yes. I do.
Yeah, that's simple enough, isn't it?
I'm sure they'll make it work out somehow.
How do you think they do it? I've just explained a couple of ways.
The way that, and I hope I don't get cut off here.
It's all right. If you get cut off, you just jump back in. It's all good.
Yeah. Well, the way that he was explaining it, it made it sound like it will literally sit on top of this sewer playset. And these were very not so subtle hints about this playset. So I'm pretty sure that it's coming, maybe in next year or so, whatever. But I hope that it does a little bit of a callback to the original playset with the tubes that kind of connect to the Terradrome, if you want, the Technodrome, if you wanted it to. I hope there aren't any tubes in the street diorama, but if it just literally sits on top of the sewer playset, I'll be happy with that.
It could just have a little side attachment, so you put the street diorama on top, but then it connects to like a little side bit that has a sewer hole or something like.
There you go.
I can definitely see ways to envision it in my head, but again, NECA's probably already got this thing conceptualized and ready to go. Like this could be an image from it for all we know. Do you know? Like,
sure. Not only this picture, but all the diorama pics that the Turtles.
Yeah, if we scroll back up, a few of the pictures from Usagi over here, like that could be part of the setup. You just don't know, and like there's different angles of this, where there's different holes and pipes and furniture. Like for me, this like teleporter seems a little bit extravagant to make just for one photo with Usagi Yojimbo. Do you know what I mean? Like, is that something that we're actually going to be able to buy at some point? Like, that's a cool way to display.
I think it's going to come with Usagi.
I don't think it is. I think if that was the case, I'd say.
It's flat.
Maybe.
Did they mention? Did he
no,
mention?
They 100% didn't mention it. But Veebs did ask. Like Veebs said he'd love to get that. And I think if it was coming with Usagi, they would have said at that point. So they didn't. But they didn't say we'd never be able to buy it. Do you know what I mean? Like, that seems to be a bit extravagant to be made just for an image, right? That's got to be part of something down the line. Because as you skip through these pictures, you can see it's got a different backdrop there. Which, as you know, there's like that episode in the cartoon where they're flipping through the different universes and. I don't know. I just think that's a cool little piece, and a sewer dial would be great. Tano, you're in, right? How would you want to do it? The same sort of way Alex is saying?
Of course I am. Yeah, same sort of way. I'm definitely in. I think these pictures we're getting is going to be how it looks. You know, I think they've got the design. They've literally going to work out how it connects to the sewer, to the actual diorama itself. And I'm trying to remember when I put mine together how the bottom looked and if there was a way you can feasibly connect it to the bottom. I don't think there was a way. Maybe if you have like something that slots in, because as you're building it, it's very slotting little ridges. So maybe if they got that on the bottom as well, I need to take a look at one of the
street diorama has the advantage of being first. So whatever they make next, they can purposely design to fit what they've already created. Do you know, like, so there won't be any conflict. But again, we're all just speculating here until we actually see what they do. I don't know, because
how about a little bit more speculation? How about if they kind of pattern it after the OG playset, where it's the majority of it is the underground sewer layer, but the very top of it has a portion of it.
It's a street.
That is the street scene. Like, so maybe like you were saying, Dan, it kind of slides next to the street diorama.
So it goes under, but also has a little extra bit on top.
Because do you guys think? Let me see. Do you guys think that the sewer playset will actually be just the entire length of the diorama scene, or do you think it'll extend farther out?
So see how your shelf is set up now. See how you've got a little bit of room next to the street diorama. I would love like a Tetris L shape type thing that you could literally slot in there, where you've got an extra bit to the street, which actually has the sewer hole. And maybe like a throwback lamppost with something to swing off or something. I don't know. Do you know, like the old
What about a Turtle Van garage?
Oh, yes. That could be like a modular set. Just think, once they've built this, if they make it modular, because people are buying multiple street diodes, haven't they, to display their turtles. So if you've got a modular setup where you can just tweak a few accessories, take out tables and chairs, put in something else, you could like literally have an endless if you wanted to. Like I don't know, endless possibilities. Mm-hmm. But we're going crazy now. We're thinking.
Yeah. Oh, I can go for it. Like I'm already thinking about Technodrome card. Oh, God.
Oh yes, Technodrome diorama. Definitely, we need that. And the fact they've actually showed something like it at Toy Fair a few years ago. Ooh,
we need to start saving Tanner for that Super 7 Technodrome because
oh god,
I might
$1,000.
Remortgage the house or something at this point. Like we shall see. Okay, so that was all the sort of stuff revealed by the Fuchsia. So thank you very much to the Fuchsia. But that wasn't the last turtle related news we got. So this next bit of news doesn't come from NECA. It comes a bit left field, but it's got a lot of people very excited, and it is of course. Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles were teased by, weren't just teased, they were straight up revealed by Mezco. So they have revealed Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, and they've just shown these 2 images. This is all we've got. We've got this classic sort of popping out the sewer, sort of an homage to the first movie sort of poster. And then the second poster they've got these Mezco style turtles. And the stylized is very Mirage style. In regards to their proportions, but then they're all the colours of the turtles that people know. So it's a mix mash of styles, which I'm very curious to see happen. But I'm not a Mezco guy, so I'll throw it to you, Alex. Is this something that you are surprised to see, but then also pleasantly surprised to see because it's something you'd like to add to the collection?
No, I'm not surprised to see it. Because this reminds me a lot of like the approach that they're taking with like the Power Rangers. The Mezco is with Power Rangers. Like I think we're just gonna get these and nothing else. I don't think the Turtles line will continue. And there isn't enough of a difference between the Mirage figures that I have to justify getting these. We're probably talking about $350 for this 4-pack. I think that's around what they.
Yeah, you'll look at $350 to £400.
So
100%.
I can pass on these. I mean, they'll have neat rubber skins, I'm sure, or something like it, maybe.
Do you have many Mezcos at all, if any?
No, I only have one on pre-order, which is the Ultraman. I'm not a big Mezco guy either.
Oh, okay. I'm the same. I think I've got Blade and Moon Knight. They're my only 2 Mezcos, and they're sat in a box because they don't like fit in with any of my other displays. So, but I know there's
figures. I mean, to me, they're like the 112 version of Hot Toys.
Yep, not wrong.
But I already collect Hot Toys. I don't need to get.
Yeah, why do you need the 112 version when you've got the actual Hot Toys?
Yeah.
What about you, Tanner? Where do you lie with these Mezco reveals? First of all, do you have many Mezcos? You're a Mezco fan, and you happy to see these?
I have no Mezcos, so literally, if I was to get this would be the one and only Mezcos I would pick up. I don't think I will pick them up. I think for what they are, and I'm sure they'll be amazing figures. I think with regards to the particular look of the turtles, again, I think my Mirage turtles will more than make up for it, and as a fraction of the price as well. As I said, they look really, really good. I'm sure they're going to be amazing, and when they come out, I'll be enjoying them through other people's eyes. I know Mini Plastic Multiverse wants them.
Tom will,
So I will probably be like, tell me how good they are. And and that'll be it. But you never know. It's a case of never say never in this world, because of the fact that
it's Mezco. So we will find out in the year 2025. Mezco haven't even so basically this is a 2022 Toy Fair reveal from Mezco. The stuff that revealed in 2021 hasn't even come out yet. Do you know, so again, we will see these, but we're not seeing them this year, and it probably wouldn't be next either at the rate that Mezco had delayed. So in 2024, when these actually exist, maybe my opinion will be different. But I'm not wrong in thinking these are very Turtles inspired from Mirage, but it's not. But they're not all the red bandanas. They're all they've got those classic sort of tropes. So it's sort of like they're taking influence from multiple places to create their own amalgamation of the Turtles.
Yeah, much more. Their own spin on the Mirage stuff, because this pick right here is actually paying homage to the original issue number 1. So I could definitely tell that the springboard for these figures aesthetically was the Mirage stuff, and like you said, different color bandanas, that's taking it from another era. So I mean, it looks great. You're gonna get a dump load of accessories, I'm sure, with these guys. But just, I can't. I got kids to feed.
So, Mini Plastic Multiverse in the chat, Tom's saying they haven't even put the Power Rangers from last year's 2021 Toy Fair reveals up for pre-order yet. So, again, you won't even see the pre-order for these until 2023, and then you'll get them in 2025. So, like, it's a nice idea, Mezco, but, like, you're showing us way too soon. Like, and again, like you said, Tanner, if you get these, at least you know you can just get all 4 in one go, get them all at the same time, and just have it as a nice little separate display. The scale will be a little bit different to everything else you're collecting. Like, they feel different, they look different. I am curious of these. I am genuinely curious, but again, they're not even gonna be on my mind. I'll come back to them in 2 years' time and reconsider, because again, even if I wanted these now, I couldn't pre-order them. They're not up for pre-order yet. They're just,
I mean, if
picture.
I was to liken these to something, just the way they're doing it, just the 4 all together and as a large purchase, the Revoltech Turtles I picked up last year.
Amazing.
Again, one-off purchase of all 4. As much as I'd like them to do a shredder, I'm perfectly fine with them just being all 4, being there in their poses. If I'm going to do it, it's going to be the same as in the same mind frame as that. It's going to be a one-off purchase. I don't have to worry about any future figures coming down the line. It's just going to be these 4, and that's about it.
Look, by the time this comes out, we're going to have our Super 7 Technodrome. We're going to have a NECA street, like a city diorama at this point. Like, yeah, like I'm with you. Like, I'm very curious of these. I might get them eventually, but there's no point even thinking about them yet. Like, the Rush is saying in the chat, people are still waiting for their 89 Batman that went up for pre-order 2 years ago. You know, like
Conan, Dante, you know, complained about waiting for those for almost 2 years also.
So we'll find out. But again, curious, and I know a lot of people love Mezco, so I'm sure people are excited to see Mezco sort of branching out and doing lines that they never even thought they were allowed to do. So again, whoever's in charge of the Turtle license, he's friends with everybody. He's in beds with everybody. He's like, oh, Power Ranger Turtles, not a problem. What's this, Playmates? You want a Ronin? Not a problem. Hang on. I'm on the phone to NECA too. Yeah, you can have one as well. Like, what's going on, Mezco? Yeah, you want some? This guy's...
Karate Kid? You want some Karate Kid?
Yeah. Everything.
For one of the things that plays into not purchasing these for me is I feel like a little bit of oversaturation of Ninja Turtles. We got the BST ones, we got the NECA ones, we got Playmates if you're into the retro stuff. So I'm fine with the representations for each. By the way, Tanner, those Revoltech Turtles are probably the best turtles that do you have them?
He says
I do have them.
He says these a lot to me, by the way.
Yeah,
I do have all 4. Let me just grab
turtles.
One, and it's Leo as he's right at the front, and it's just a range of articulation on them. Yeah, it's just so cool. They come with a little stand,
and they represent the 2012 turtles, right?
Perfectly. Yeah. Like the thing about the problem that I have with like Playmates as the new series are coming out is that their turtles don't usually always represent, like a lot of their characters in the OG line don't represent what they actually look like in the cartoons, which is why I skipped out on the original Playmates 2012 turtles and got the Revoltechs because they look like CGI animated turtles. It's just those turtles are amazing.
Yeah. Tanner was very excited to get them. I remember his constantly checking his tracking when they were on the way.
Geez, they took forever to arrive, and they did like a tour of the entire East Coast. Honest to God, it took 2-3 months to arrive. They were stuck in Chicago for a month, and then they went to New York, and then they went to Connecticut, and then they went to North Carolina before they came over.
They were on the Mutant tour. They were performing all over the place.
I love those figures too.
So that was literally right. I say that was it, but that was a lot of news. Like, as I said, like usually when we do Turtles and Tea, we're like going, oh, there was a nice few things to talk about this month, but that was just 3 days. Within 3 days, all of that Turtle stuff got released. All Turtles related, plenty of stuff. So there is something else I want to bring up, but I'll wait a second before I bring that up. Out of all the reveals that we've shown off, can you just pick a favourite or a couple of favourites that stand out to you that were like instant, yes, I wanted that, I'm getting it, I can't wait to get it. So any favourites from the weekend? Tanner, any favourites?
So 2 that immediately spring to mind, and that's Mummy Mikey and the NECA version of the last Ronin.
Nice. What about you, Alex? Any favourites?
Yeah, for me, it's the stuff they didn't reveal that they kind of revealed, which is the the van and the playset. To be honest with you, that's really what got me the most excited.
Just the anticipation of knowing that these things are going to happen. Yeah, I was a big fan of the Secret of the Used Turtles getting revealed. Like, again, for me, that's like my first movie I watched. I know it's not the first movie, but it's the first one I've seen. So like I've always got that love for the Secret of the Used, especially because we've got Toka and Reza. They've already said we're getting Shredder, for God's sake, with a giant dandelion. Do you know what I mean? So it's going to make for a cool display, and I love the accessory pack, and then all the cartoon stuff, like the turtle gang, the evil little turtle Zack, like so good. So all of that stuff.
But for the stuff that that they did reveal, that amongst my favorite is definitely the Usagi and Fujitoid. Those are the ones
of course. Usagi Yojimbo was, like, as I said, number one on any wish list. So the fact that he's mere months away makes me very excited. Like, he is a front row Turtles character in my display for sure, with the Turtles. Punk Frogs just there behind, and then Usagi, I think, and then the Turtles. But talking about cartoon Turtles, right? I don't know how much of this you're aware of, Alex. But so Kevin Eastman was doing an interview, and I don't know where the interview was, so I do apologise for my terrible sources. Do you know, Tanner?
I think it was for the whole nation thing that was going on.
Yeah,
so I think he was discussing that.
Yeah, so I know he was discussing that, but I'm not sure where the interview was from. Like, I don't know who did the interview with him. But anyway, Kevin Eastman did an interview talking about some of the potential things that could be happening through NECA and the haulathon that they're doing with Target, which is going to be like, I think they're doing like signs, collectibles, and there's going to be rare versions of stuff. Not too sure yet. No one really knows. It's the first time it happened. So we'll find out. But some eagle-eyed people during the interview were taking cheeky screenshots of Kevin Eastman's room. Now, I'm not friends. No one at NECA even knows I exist, so I can show these and not feel bad about it. So let me show you this very, very, very blurry picture. So if you use glasses, don't worry. This is just as blurry for me as well. So right, this top picture.
So funny.
This top picture is a very, very, very blurry image. Now, even the enhancements, like usually in movies, they make this look so easy, don't they? And all these 90s freaking sci-fi movies, they're like enhance, zoom in, enhance. This is the best technology I've got, people, even with a new computer. So we've got a blurry picture of a 2-pack, and it's definitely a Turtles 2-pack, the same colours, the same themes. And then it's got like a grey sort of silhouette of Bebop and a grey sort of silhouette of Rocksteady. And it's like, what could they be? And then, lo and behold, did you know that there was robot versions, Krang-made robot versions of Rocksteady and Bebop in the cartoon? Could it quite possibly be something that's yet to be announced from NECA that Kevin Eastman just has sitting on a random table in his room? A NECA 2-pack of robot Rocksteady and Bebop. I think they're called Super Rocksteady and Bebop. So, Tanner, I'll ask you, are these characters that, first of all, you think's going to happen? Like, is this just a very sneaky concept, or is this actually a figure we're going to see very soon?
I think Kevin Eastman didn't realise how much people would be looking into his background.
Clearly.
I know the Marvel team, especially Ryan, likes to tease stuff with his back shelf and not actually have anything there. Whereas Kevin may have got the wrong end of the stick and been like, oh, these are what I'm working on. I'll just leave them to the side. Nobody's going to pay too much attention to the back. So I think they are coming.
You happy with them? You like these two?
Yeah, I mean, this will be the third version of Bebop and Rocksteady we have in the
regular bunnies
cartoon line. Yeah, so we got the buddies, we got the normal version, we got the robot version. Throw in the pirate version, and you got a Halloween party there, so to say. So yeah, I'll look forward to it. I'll pick these up when they eventually get revealed, and I'm sure they will be. It's probably a case of Eastman's working on them as well.
The reason I like the robot versions isn't because of the show so much. I had the metallic, like shiny chrome versions of these as the Playmates toys. So like I really don't remember them too much from the show. I'm sure if I've seen the episode, it would come back to me, but it's not a version of Rocksteady and Bebop that I instantly think of. I just know I had the Playmates toys that were the robot sort of metallic-y versions of these. They did Rocksteady and Bebop, and then a couple of the Turtles, I think, were like robot-y, metallic-y. So I just think this is just a pretty good homage. What about you, Alex? Do you reckon this is like a little mistake from Kevin, and is it something that you'd look for to add?
Yeah, I think it's a little mistake. And I wouldn't be surprised if they don't release it through the main cartoon line, maybe it's an exclusive through like a loot crate or something. Maybe not a loot crate.
Or this Holophon thing that's going on.
Yeah. But I mean, I'm not too familiar with them in this version. I think the storyline, Tanner, if you remember, was that Krang just got fed up with Bebop and Rocksteady always messing up, so he kind of kicked him to the curb because he was able to replace them with robotic versions of themselves.
Yeah.
So
and they were a little bit too efficient. So I think, they were like I think they may have started a revolt, and they were like, no, we don't want you anymore. We want the originals back because
Right. Yeah. So so even though I'm not too familiar with them, and I am basically getting every cartoon figure, I think they're gonna look cool. I mean, they're just gonna look massive and cool in display. So I'm in on these guys for sure. And another thing is because I might have sent you this picture also, Dan, of Kevin Eastman's desk. He has like a 4-pack of the cartoon turtle sitting on his desk, but it's a different packaging. It's almost like the 2-pack packaging, where it's not like the VHS. So maybe that's an exclusive thing for him as an artist, or maybe it's something that we'll get further on down the line.
I've seen the Mad Hatter reviews on Twitter, on YouTube, who's always posting videos, getting excited for turtle stuff. He talked about that 4-pack. I don't have a very blurry image, but imagine a 4-pack that's very, very blurry. That's all you need to picture. But his guess is a stylized version of the Turtles in Disguise, because those Turtles in Disguise were those updated turtles. So it would be like those updated Turtles in Disguise turtles, but in the stylized colors in a 4-pack, because that's yet to be done. And another way to re-release the Turtles in Disguise turtles, because they are the best turtles. Like, rip the disguises off, and they've got the interchangeable mouths, the heads, the whatever. So, yeah,
that's when I get them in 9 months. That's what I'm going to do. I'm going to switch it out
in 9 months.
The question being, what's going to arrive first, the Turtles in Disguise or this 4-pack?
Literally, we'll probably have this before the Turtles in Disguise at this rate. I was trying to see if I can find any more pictures online. Because I know there's some dates as well. Because I think, and again, the live chat can help correct me if I'm wrong in this. So just to wrap up today, for pre-order right now, at this very moment right now, you can pre-order the 2-pack of, let me get the image of the 2-packs. So right now on the NECA store, you can pre-order these two. You can get Zack and Smash, and then, of course, the Army Builder 2-pack with the Infantry Rock Trooper and the Turtle Gang Goon. So they are up for pre-order right now on the NECA store for 2 weeks. So there's I think there's a limit. Is it a limit 2 per person or no limit
2
at
per
all?
person.
So the Army Builders have no limit.
Yeah.
The Zack and Smash have a limit of 2.
Nice. Okay, cool. So we've all sort of agreed that we're definitely all going to get one of Zack and Smash, and then would like to get at least 3 of the soldiers, the Rock Soldiers and the Turtle Goons, and I think that would be a nice little display. So these go up for sale now, and then in 2 weeks' time, which the date will be the 8th. So in 2 weeks' time, on the 8th, is going to be, is it Usagi Yojimbo and the Neutrinos? Yeah. So they go up so just after we finish pre-ordering these, in 2 weeks' time, we're going to have to pre-order another. The Neutrinos is a 3-pack as well, so that's going to be like maybe $70 plus.
Yeah.
And then obviously Usagi Yojimbo's an ultimate, so you're probably 35, 40. But they go up for pre-order on the 8th, and then on the 20, or is it, no, the 15th, which is the 15th of March. So again, 4 weeks from now, we get the Pixel Dan revealed 4-pack of the Turtles from Secret of the Ooze, and also the accessory pack. They both go up for sale at the same time, so you can buy them together.
As well as the Tokka and Raza as well. That will be going up at the same time.
Yeah, so basically, if you're a Secret of the Ooze fan, then on the 15th of March, you can basically go all in on Secret of the Ooze and build a display just out of that. So yeah, a lot for the next month. So for the next month, there's basically going to be a lot of turtle pre-orders. And again, like as Alex said, I'm gonna have to phone my manager or something up and tell him like there's some turtles coming and I need some more money in my life. But because I again, all of this stuff I want, like again, I know it's a first world problem, but what out of these can I skip? Nothing's skip worthy. Do you know? You need the neutrinos from that original 5-episode run, season 1, etc. You need Usagi Yojimbo, 100% up there, my most wanted. And yes, I know the Turtle Gang's probably a bit of a deep cut, but it's just a fun, like that would be such a fun little setup on the shelf. And I can't skip the Secret of the Ooze. Like, I'm all in. Tanner, are you getting everything? Like,
yes.
Yeah, Alex, you all in? Are we all in?
Yeah.
Then we're the right three people to be on YouTube on a Tuesday afternoon to be speaking about turtles and drinking some tea. So, and I'm sure the chat. And again, if you're in the replay crew, if you're watching this on the replay, enjoying all of these turtle reveals with us, again, please let me know in the comments below. But we're gonna wrap it up for about that, because I'm sure if we leave the cameras rolling, we could talk turtles for the next 3 hours. But I think 2 and a bit hours of some turtle news is enough for a while. Then hopefully, Tanner, when we come back to do this again in 4 weeks, we probably would have pre-ordered all of this. We'd be a lot broker. You're just seeing 4 weeks. The next Turtles and Tea, it's just going to be me and Tanner, just a little bit rattier, a little bit more like, just we can't afford any food, a little bit skinnier. Like,
we're going to need Bring Toys to Work to come onto this.
Because seriously, for the last 4 weeks, we've just been spending all our money on Turtle pre-orders and NECA. NECA's sitting there like Scrooge McDuck. But Alex, it's been a pleasure having you. It's been so great to have you on to talk turtles, and again, without pesky Ryan or Dante stopping you. Again, you're welcome back anytime, my friend. But until then, let the people know where they can find you online.
Well, first of all, thanks for having me, guys. It's a pleasure. Anytime you want to have me back, I am here. You can find me on Instagram at Ironhead77. You can find me on my Facebook art page under Alex Sanchez. Just search Alex Sanchez. And you can see me every Friday at 8 p.m. Eastern with the other two guys on the Infinity Equation show.
I've heard of it.
Talk toys, and Dante does some mediocre impressions of you, Dan.
I've heard.
And we have a lot of fun.
Good man. As I said, the links for Alex's Instagram is in the description, and it's been on the screen the whole time, right under his chin. Right, it's right there. So,
and Tanner, by the way, we would love to have you on sometime soon. So that invitation definitely extends out to you.
Yeah, sure, definitely. I'll be honored to come on. Just and drop me a message when you guys want me on, and I'm sure we can arrange something.
Right, until that happens, Tanner, where can people find you online until then?
So on Twitter, on Twitter and Instagram, we got Super Turk 5000.
Not 4,999. 5,000.
No.
Not that guy. 5, fuck that guy.
Yes. So I post something daily. I will be posting today. Today will be my Leonardo spotlight, because today is
the worst turtle.
And I've done all the other turtles so far. So Leonardo going up today. I try and post something daily. Please give me a follow. Let me know what you like. Let me know what you don't like. Well, actually, don't let me know what you don't like. You can let me know what you like. You'll be seeing me on this show once a month, one Tuesday a month. Please buy the merch, t-shirt, and a mug. And also on Legends and NECA. As well, I try to make an appearance on there.
Shows.
Thank you very much.
Every so often, So I think it's Saturday this week, is it?
Yeah, Legends and Liquor this week, just on a Saturday. Amanda's, again, I've been streaming so much this week, I thought it was only fair that I do a stream while she's not in the house. So Saturday, one off. And again, this week on Legends and Liquor, just think, today we've spent 2 hours talking Turtles. Yesterday I spent 2 hours talking Marvel Legends. And there's been more reveals than that. So, Legends and Liquor may be an 8-hour stream at this rate. But it'll be Saturday. And, hopefully you can join me then. And like Tanner says, go and get some merch. I've literally got the store. The link's in the description below. Show some love to the channel. Again, all the shows are branded and represented. I'll be doing a Joe's and Juice this week as well, after a G.I. Joe reveals, hopefully tomorrow. So, there you go. Turtles and Tea. Get yourself a T-shirt. Any colour you want. Tanner's gone for the nice blue. My one's white, I think, but look at all these colours. Pick a colour, Alex.
Blue.
Let's have a look at.
Well, we've already seen blue, which is the one I would.
Let's go green.
There's a couple of variations of blue.
Fresh
so
green. You can even go cotton pink. For our
Ooh,
Turtles and
ladies?
Tees, for the ladies fans out there. Hello, ladies. There's no one out there, is there? Hello. This is an echo chamber. But anyway, yes, of course. Thank you very much to Alex and to Tanner, of course. All the links in the description on the screen. If you're in the replay crew watching this, and we wasn't live, as I said, we were streaming on a Tuesday afternoon, so I don't blame you. You're probably off working, so you can buy all these turtles. It's fine. I understand. Obviously, let me know in the comments below that you're watching. And until then, you'll find me on the channel, streaming, talking toys, all that good stuff. And again, we'll do Turtles and Tea. Let's meet back in about a month's time, shall we say, Tanner? And again, we'll have lots more Turtles on pre-order. So let's wave them out, lads. Give them a quick wave. Beautiful. And then, as I said, because it's Turtles and Tea, I do have a special.
Should we do a turtle power thing? Hand
Turtle
power.
Oh wait, you're down there.
Fucking
I've got a better end screen. No, I've got a better end screen. I've got the turtles drinking some tea. There you go. Look at that. So any last plugs? As I said, follow us all on Instagram. All the links are in the description. If you're watching on the replay, let us know in the replay crew in the comments below. And yeah, as I said, let us know your favourite reveals from today. Let us know if you can find a quick rich scheme so me and Tanner can get it started, because we're going to need some more money, because we're only in February. Literally, we're only in February, people, and there's already loads. So it's going to be a good year. But until then, people, we'll see you on the next one.